Hello everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is officially hump day. And I am so happy about this because my work has been absolutely insane this week. I am so relieved. It's only 2 more days and then there is the weekend. But no more walk talk. I am done for the day. I have met my deadlines. I have done my paid my dues. I'm ready to play Animal Crossing, and I am so excited because yesterday we went on a villager hunt, thinking, okay, we can probably find someone good. We found Meringue, one of the dreamies on the list for the island. So today we're doubling down on the luck. I have my Clefairy with me, which we had yesterday, and he brought me luck. So I have the Clefairy cushion again, great for posture and for villager RNG. And we're going to go on another hunt. So without any further ado, let me switch over to the game screen. Just double checking. Okay, it says here my mic is working and the game is capturing audio. Do let me know if you spot anything iffy, but I think we should be good. Okay, I've got my stream stats on the other screen. It says everything is good, so I'm gonna run with it. Now, I just need to pop a couple of things off my pockets and grab the tickets actually, because we have so many still. And yeah, then we can go on our first villager hunt. Also, I just want to show off, yesterday I started decorating my entrance. This is the result. I got a nice custom path. I planted some bushes. I did a little bit of terraforming. We have some waterworks. And we also have 2 bridges. I know that the waterways are a little too symmetrical. I am going to work on them at some point and make them a little bit more natural looking, because we're doing a fairy tale island, so we don't want it to look too man-made, you know what I mean? But I'm going to be doing my best to make it pretty. Now, these away, and okay, I'm gonna show you guys the stash. The stash is insane. Look at these tickets. Look at how many! I've never had these many at any given time. So we are starting with... Okay, these are 39. We've got about 2.5 hours. I think we can go through 30 to 40 in 2.5 hours. And hopefully we're gonna find someone cute. Also, I need to dress for the occasion, so let me switch over to something a little bit cuter. There we go. It's a lovely outfit. This way we can hopefully inspire some of the cuties to come and visit. And let's go to the airport. Now, ideally, we'd find Ione, but I would settle for any of the dreamies for the island. So just as a quick recap, 10 characters. Let me show you the map. So we've got Sasha, who is already a dreamy. Sasha is staying. We've got Shai, invited via Amiibo. She is staying. We're also going to have another Amiibo villager, which is Tulin from Zelda. But I'm waiting, because right now I have an empty plot. Someone moved out, so I do not want to use an Amiibo for that. I want to villager hunt. I'm going to use the Amiibo to evict someone else. Pluck is going to go. Wade is going to go. Hans is going to go. And so is Avery. Roswell can't go soon enough. And Stella. And then we got Meringue, who just moved in, and she's a dreamy. So we are missing Ione for a normal villager. We're missing Judy for Snooty. We are missing either Muffy or Quinn for Sisterly. We are missing either Lionel or Julian for... What are they called? They're not Snooty. It's the Smug villagers. And Tulin is going to be our jock villager. So yes, I think I've got them all on the list. But yes, so ideally, Ione would be great, but Judy is going to do, Julian is going to do. There's lots of options that are going to do, but we are not settling. So we just got Rosie moving out. She was very cute, but she was very much a settling character. Oh, and Sprinkle the Penguin. That's who I was missing. We're also missing Sprinkle the Penguin. That's why I said 9, not 10. Yes, Sprinkle the Penguin. So we will take any of them, honestly. And let's go. Okay, let's channel someone cute. We were really lucky over the last 2 villagers hunts. We found Sasha in one and Meringue in the other. So the dreamies are flocking to us. Slowly, but they are coming. So I am going to think positive. Oh, it's Fauna! No, I cannot take Fauna. I am sorry, I cannot take Fauna. She is not on the list as much as I love her. Although, this bodes well. This bodes well. Yesterday as well, I think the first character we got was Stitches. One of my absolute favorites. And my heart was hurting, but I had to leave him behind because he is not on the list. And then look at that, like 15 tickets later, 20 tickets later, we found one of the perfect villagers. So this is the game testing us, but this means there's going to be better things to come. So I am not going to, I'm not even going to say hi to Fauna, just in case I am tempted. Okay, we already have that one, great. So we're going to be blitzing through the islands quite quickly. All we're going to do is we're going to pop in, we're going to see who the villager is, we are going to dig up any fossils, take any fruit that's not cherries, which is my native fruit. And if it's a money rock island, we're going to be hitting the money rocks to get some money. Other than that, we're averaging about 2 minutes per island. Very quick, very snappy, and we can get through as many as possible in the next 2.5 hours. So we want to fly. We got a cutie right off the bat, so surely Fauna just bodes great things to come. She must be the harbinger of all the cuties. Watch me jinx myself, and then we get a bunch of uggos, one after the other. Like, no, come on, come on. We need to think positive. We need to stay positive. Fauna is surely the harbinger of the cuties. We can find some good ones. I can feel it. I can feel it in my overworked, overstressed bones. Is this? And no. Honestly, it could have been a lot worse. But no, we are right at the beginning of the stream, and as we said, we are not settling. It's a dreamy or bust. I'm really hoping it's a dreamy because I do not want to risk autofill. I mean, then again, what are the odds? We keep trying to find a dreamy, the plot ends up autofilling because we can't find one, and then it ends up being a dreamy in the autofill. Like, that would be incredible, but I don't think that is likely. Like, that's never happened to me before. I would be shocked if it started happening now. So, with my luck, it's going to be someone like Pietro. Or Diva. Oh, goody. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Yeah, we're flying back to Cherrytown, please. I know I've said this before on stream. I really wish one of the quality of life improvements that they'd released in 3.0 were the ability to just give Wilbur another Nook Mile ticket on the spot and fly from island to island instead of having to come back to the airport every time. Which I know it's probably better for the game, that there must be something maybe in the codes that works a little bit nicer if you don't do that, but come on. It takes so much extra time. Think of how many islands we could hop, how many more islands we could hop if that were a possibility. Okay, third ticket. We can do this, we can do this, and we can do this. Ooh, apples! Okay, so we're going to spend a couple extra minutes on this island because I'm going to be picking up all these apples for extra money. I have some very expensive home upgrades going on at the moment. I've got some very, very expensive home upgrades going on at the moment in the game, so I absolutely must get the apples. And, oh, there you are. And nope, he is not on the list. But that is perfectly fine. That is absolutely perfectly fine. Right, so let's go, let's go. We're just going to grab some apples. We're going to grab some coconuts. We're going to check to see if there's any recipes in a bottle on the beach. Because, as I've mentioned before, this is a brand new island that I started less than a month ago. So we are starting from scratch. I had saved some duplicate DIYs for some rare things in my storage for my OG character. So I visited my old island with my new character to try and steal some of them. But yes, we have a dearth, an absolute dearth of cute pieces of furniture. for decorating. So I am desperately cataloging everything that I can. I'm trying to find every possible DIY recipe that I can get my grubby little mitts on, because I desperately need just more items to decorate with. I don't have that much at the moment. So let's go. At least in one thing I've been super lucky with the DIYs is that I've had several meteor showers over the course of the last month. And so I got a lot of the Celeste recipes, which are going to be fundamental for the island, because I'm planning to do a pretty extensive sort of like starry town themed area for Judy, Ione, and Sasha, and potentially Julian. If we end up getting Julian, we will also settle for Lionel. So we got 2 possible dreamies as far as the smug villagers are concerned. Because Lionel kind of reminds me of the Beast from Beauty and the Beast before the transformation. He's sort of very royal looking, and we are doing a fairy tale island, so I feel like he would fit very nicely. Obviously, Julian is a unicorn. So Julian is perfect if we can find him. Then we're going to have the Witch in the Woods, which is going to be either Muffy or Quinn. They both work for it, and they're both sisterly, because I'm also aiming to have at least one character of each personality type on the island. So, yes, either Muffy or Quinn for sisterly, and they're going to be the Witch in the Woods. We're also going to have the Big Bad Wolf in the Woods, which is going to be the cranky villager, so either Fang or Dobie. Hello, Captain Percy II! Thank you for stopping in today. How you doing? Me, I am already ready for the weekend, which is slightly sad because it's 2 more days to go. But work has been absolutely crazy this week. I've got a big meeting on Friday afternoon as well to culminate the wonderful week. And yeah, I'm basically ready for the weekend, even though it's still 2 days to go. At least I have Animal Crossing to keep me sane. So I'll take that. I will absolutely take that in terms of managing my sanity. He is cute, but no, he is not island material. We're going fairy tale. We have a very strict list that we need to adhere to. And sadly, while he is not ugly by any stretch of the imagination, he is just not the right fit. He is just not the right fit, absolutely. So, let's look here. I bet we're gonna be able to find a recipe on this island. No, because I think the last island we didn't. Oh, really? Nothing? Oh, poo. Okay, so ticket 4 was a bust, but that's okay. That's okay. We've got plenty more where these came from. So, yes, we want to go back to Narnia. Thank you very much. So, yeah, we've got a pretty extensive list that we need to adhere to in terms of the characters. And there's quite a few that we'll hopefully be able to find today. Ideally, yes, it would be Ione or Judy. But if I find any of the others I'm looking for, I am not going to reject them just because they are not like one of my absolute favorite characters that I want for the island, because we're still gonna need them for the builds. And I'm trying to get as many of them sorted as I can, because I would like to start moving. Right now, the villagers' houses are all haphazard on the island. No rhyme, no reason, just where there was room, I've clustered them places. I would like to start moving the houses and the shops closer to their final placements, because I'm starting to get an idea of what goes where. But I don't want to move houses around multiple times if I don't know who is going to be moving out of which plot and who I'm going to be able to fill them with. So I would like to try and get at least a few more of the dreamies in the bag, just to make things a little bit more permanent, more easily in terms of design. But I'm very much looking forward to it. It's my first time doing a proper themed island, because I played something like the... Oh goodness. Oh, Whitney is cute. Whitney is so cute. No, I can't. I mean, she could also technically be the big bad wolf in the woods, but that would leave us without a cranky villager. So I can't, even though I love Whitney. She's been in multiple of my islands and towns, and villagers over the years, but I cannot. Just like Fauna, we're going to have to leave her behind. But see, we are getting cuties in between the uglier villagers, so I would say that's sort of an improvement. Okay, let's go. Let's juice up the Clefairy luck, okay? We're looking for cute, starry-themed villagers. Surely having my Clefairy Squishmallow in my lap to, I call it my posture pillow, just to keep my back straight and not sit curled in like a shrimp at my desk all the time. Surely that is going to channel the cute, starry-themed villagers. Like, come on. It's a moon Pokemon. It must. Okay, let's try again. Let's try again. This is, what, ticket number 6? Potentially? We got, the first one was Fauna, then we got 3 villagers, whose, I think one was Ursula the Bear, I want to say. I might be wrong with the name. 2 more I did not know. And then we got Whitney. So we got 2 cuties already. And sadly not suitable, but again, could be worse. I do like the kangaroos. Most of them I think are really cute. But they are not who we are looking for. My husband had gone crazy when he was playing Animal Crossing. He played maybe about 100 hours of it during the pandemic, then abandoned it and hasn't gone back since. But he had gone all in on the penguins and the kangaroos. So basically his entire island was like 80% penguins of different personalities, and then a couple of kangaroos as well. He went all in with those species. It was so funny. And he sort of themed his island. But yeah, I've never done a themed island before. Because my humongous New Horizons save file from my original game, original playthrough, I only did the one before I started this one. That was not themed. I basically also kept, I think, the terraforming to a very, very minimal amount. And I just followed the layout of the island, I kept it very natural, and I just decorated areas as I saw fit. So it was fairly modern. I had like a kids play area and a tourist waiting area with vending machines. I had a really cute entrance with a fountain. I had an orchard, a really organized campsite. I had all of these things going on, an outdoor cinema. But it was just very much, oh, I've got a little bit of room here. Well, let's see what I have in terms of like decorating that I would like to do here. What pieces do I have? What furniture do I have that would fit the theme here? Here instead, I am going in already with ideas of this is what I want to do. So I need to find, like, I need to change the structure of the island fundamentally in order to accommodate what I want to make. And again, that is not a dreamy, so the journey goes on, but that's okay. We are not afraid of spending some time here doing this, so we're going to nick some fruit, and then we're gonna run over to the next island. He is cute, but he is not island material, so off to the next one. Absolutely off to the next one. Nice, let's go. But yeah, I really, really needed to decompress with Animal Crossing today. I have, by any stretch of the imagination, my job is not a difficult job. I work from home. It's an office job. It's a lot of data analysis, a lot of spreadsheets. But I had a very last-minute deadline that was assigned to me with only about 12 hours notice. So basically, I got this last night with the idea that this needs to be completed by 3 p.m. today. And it was so much work. So I spent all day scrambling. I didn't take any breaks. I didn't even take a lunch break. I ate through work, basically. Or I worked through eating. And yeah, now I'm so ready to decompress with Animal Crossing. Hey, Hasanusa, thank you so much. Oh, you flatterer. Thank you. It's the makeup that hides the massive, massive dark circles under my eyes because I ended up getting basically no sleep last night. I am not someone who finds sleeping easy in the sense that I'm tired all the time, but I really struggle to fall asleep and to stay asleep. Last night I fell asleep, and then after like an hour after I fell asleep, my dog started whining that she wanted to go outside. So she woke me up, she woke my husband up, we had to get up, get her outside. The garden is a mud pit this time of year because we have a teeny tiny garden that she goes outside in to do her business. And it basically doesn't get any sunlight because it's the UK. Why would it get any sunlight between like December and March? And so, you know, the dog comes back in, we have to wipe her paws, make sure everything is clean so she doesn't track mud through the house. All of that done. It only took maybe 5 minutes, but I got back into bed and I could not go back to sleep for hours. So I just lay there staring at the freaking ceiling until like 3 a.m. and my alarm went off at 7:30. So I am a very, very tired human being today. But I appreciate the compliment because that means that I've applied the makeup in a way that hides it. That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We're taking all of the apples. Now, I have seen who the villager is. He's a little, I cannot remember his name, but he's a rhino, grey, with a little leaf on his head. So he is cute, but he is sadly not on the list. So we are going to have to pass him by. I mean, we had to pass on Whitney and Fauna. So we are definitely passing on the cute but unremarkable rhino. Also, we already have a rhino on the island because we have Meringue. I still can't believe we found her yesterday. She is one of my all-time favorites. And yeah, the fact that I'm going to have her on the island and do a whole area themed around her to boot. Absolutely, absolutely ridiculously happy. And sorry, I can hear my dog complain downstairs. I had to lock her downstairs because she has been getting into the room where we keep the cat litter box. And we've bought like a little locker, like basically a chain for the door because the cat needs to be able to access it. But it's not coming for several more days. So if I am not basically there to supervise her, I need to lock her downstairs. We've got stair gates. And I can hear her crying because she can hear me talking up here because I'm streaming. And she is locked downstairs. I mean, by no means is she locked in like poor conditions. She has the sofa. She has access to multiple windows to look outside. She has her toys. She has her bowls with a snack and with water. So she is fine. But yeah, bless her. She's a bit of a Velcro dog. So she was napping when I came upstairs, belly up on the sofa. So I figured, it's like, okay, she's going to be fine. She's going to be fine. She must have woken up and realized I'm not in the room anymore. And now she is not happy. But she would be complaining even if I locked her up here with me. So it's the lesser of two evils, you know? Absolutely the lesser of two evils. Okay, let's go. She is very cute, though. I know I am not exactly an impartial observer in this, but she is adorable. She's a golden retriever. Quite small for a golden retriever and not very fluffy. But she is so cute and she is so smart and so cuddly. Which we got her during the pandemic, so to be fair, I was kind of expecting her to be very attached to the both of us. But, oh, she is the best and the sweetest. And I feel very guilty having to keep her downstairs because she is very obviously not happy about it. But it's safer for her because the fact that we've caught her eating cat litter, that is very, very dangerous. That's the sort of thing that can cause blockages and then she needs to be taken to the vet and they need to do surgery. I would rather avoid that for her health and my peace of mind as well. So she has to be locked downstairs, sadly. But it's okay, at least she can hear my voice so she knows I'm in the house. She's not been abandoned. Okay, let's go. Back in. Okay. Not so, I think, was that the 10th ticket? Did we go through the first stack already? Actually, hang on. We had 3 stacks of 10 and a stack of 9. So, that might actually not be... None yet? Okay, that was the first 9. So we keep going. I think a couple more trips and then we are gonna have to quickly pop into the Nook's store. Nook's Cranny. Just because I've got pockets full of fruit. I love villager hunts because not only is it fun, especially when you're streaming, you know, you're looking for the correct villager, you're praying to the RNG gods. It feels a little bit like pulling characters in gacha games or something, and chatting to people while you do it, talking about your favorite villagers. But also the great thing about villager hunting like this and just island hopping again and again and again is that you get so many resources that then pay off massively when you sell them. Which is why I'm specifically going for... I'm not bothering with the cherries, because that is my island's fruit, so those sell for very little. My pockets would be very full very quickly for not as great of a return on investment. And also, it would take ages on each island if I stopped for every single fruit tree. But at least I can get the coconuts. When we get them, I can get apples. It looks like that might be like my sister fruit or something because we only ever get either cherries or apples, nothing else. Though I think if we go with Cap'n, if we do some Cap'n tours, we should be able to get some other fruits. Who is up there? Oh, she's cute! She is not one of the desired island residents, but you know what? I will take her because she's so cute. I would take her because she's so cute. But no, we can't. Also, actually, hang on. There's a lot of rocks up here. Does this mean... Is this a form of Money Rock Island that I haven't seen before? I am familiar with the one where you've got to jump across a river. No, okay, it's not Money Rock Island, so we can leave. Actually, let me leave the weeds here because I do not need any more. I've got loads already in my storage. I know she's cute, but no. We've passed on plenty of cute villagers already. We need to be picky. We need to stick to our guns and just get the ones that we're actually looking for. Yep, let's go. Although I've got to say, the only villager not on the list that I would possibly settle for might be Mary the cat, because she's so cute. So if we get to like the last few tickets of, or the last few minutes of today's run and we get someone like Mary, I might take her anyway. Just because I can see myself giving up on another character maybe for her. Because I'm a massive cat villager fan, but there's no cat villagers on my final list of residents for the island. Alright, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Better luck this time. I am sure better luck this time. But yeah, a couple more runs and then we're gonna have to stop for a second and sell all that fruit because me pockets are almost full. And I'm definitely going to need some help with that. Oh, I know him. Bam, potentially. Bam the deer. I think that's his name. Not on the list. So we are going to have to politely decline and try to go for greener pastures. I mean, he's blue though. So, you know, maybe we can channel Ione off of his presence. Because, you know, yes, he's blue. And we're looking for a blue villager as well. But ours is sort of sparkly and glow in the dark and a much lighter blue. And she's very, very cute. So I wouldn't say no to Ione. I've also actually never had Ione on an Animal Crossing island. So I would love to have her. Did I see? Did I see? I thought I saw something sparkling. No, I saw... Oh, I must have seen maybe some light reflecting off of that bug. Because that's a really colorful one. That might be what I saw. But yeah, no, that is not one of the right villages. So we are going straight back in. And we're trying again. Let's go. Okay, this is like 11 or 12 tickets in. So still plenty of time. We have almost another 2 hours to go. Because I can stream until 6:30 today. So that should give me plenty of time to do this, right? Right? Yes, we want to use a Nook Miles ticket. Let's go, come on, let's go. We can find someone cute. We can find a Judy or an Ione. I can feel it. I mean, it's also probably just a little bit of hubris from the fact that the last 2 villager hunts went so well. We found Sasha in one and Meringue in the other, so dreamies for the island for both of them. I've got this very specific list that I'm trying to stick to because I want to do some themed areas around the characters in a very specific way. But yeah, we're looking for Judy, we're looking for Ione, we're looking for a number. No, Shub! Oh, we're gonna have to leave him though. We can't, we already have Sasha. It was going to be either Sasha or Shub for the lazy villager slot in the town. Oh, I can't believe I'm gonna have to leave Shub behind. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. But I can't. It was either or. No. My buddy, my friend. I can't believe I have to leave him behind. But no, I can't. Outside of the fact that then that's going to scupper the stream, if we stop like 13 tickets in, but also no, because then he's going to be another villager where I just have to wait for him to ask me to move out so he can go because we're gonna have to replace him. So I can't. Oh, I am sad though. We need to leave this island ASAP before I do something dumb and just invite Shub to live on the island because no. But see, so the blue channeling is working. We got the blue deer, now we got the blue goat. Come on, give us the blue squirrel. Come on, give us the blue squirrel. He is so close to Ione. He is one of the new villagers for New Horizons as well. He is light blue. He is adorable. So the channeling is working. It's just, it hit the character adjacent to Ione. So come on, we're looking for the squirrel. Blue squirrel, please. Blue squirrel, please. I mean, we've got plenty of tickets still. And we've never seen Ione yet. We've never seen... I feel like there's certain characters that have drop rates, for a lack of a better term, I guess. I think in like gacha terms, like Genshin Impact, when it comes to RNG stuff. Oh, ooh. This is going to be slightly difficult. Hang on, let me... I'm going to drop the stone. Audi! But no, we cannot get Audi. Is that Audi? I think that's Audi. Yeah, that is definitely Audi. We can't. Oh, sad, because she's so cute. But okay, so the game is starting to give us some of the rarer, very coveted villagers. So hopefully we're on the right track. It feels like certain characters appear more frequently than others. So I don't know if there's maybe different rates at which they can appear, depending on maybe how cute they are, or how new they are, or just how popular the developers expected them to be in the game. Because there's certain characters that we've seen again and again and again in the span of we must have done, what, a couple of 100 tickets worth of villager hunts at this point over the last month. There's some characters that we've never seen, and some characters that we've seen as often as 6 or 7 times. So to me, that sounds almost like there's certain characters, maybe the newer ones, possibly, because to be fair, that's what we're looking for in a lot of cases. But yeah, it feels like there's certain characters that are a lot harder to come by. And no, come on! Okay, hang on. I'm going to drop the iron nugget. I didn't think I should have probably stopped at the previous ticket and just gone to Nook's. Nah, we have no room. Although, hang on, I can probably drop some coconuts to get the apples, because I think the coconuts cost less, right? So let me drop 2 stacks of coconuts to get the apples instead, because I'm pretty sure the apples... I want to say the coconuts might go for 200 each, and the apples go for 500 each. Hey, Naya, thank you so much for dropping in. How are you doing today? We're just villager hunting again, and we're hoping for Ione, but there's actually quite a long list that we will settle for, because we only have a few dreamies already on the island, And hang on, I was dumb. I got distracted. We are not getting the coconuts anymore because we have very limited pocket space, and we are going for the apples instead because they're a lot more expensive. Surely we can get... Can I get them all? Yes, okay. I can get them all. We're gonna have to go and empty the pockets because, yeah, this is ridiculous. I have way too much fruit in my pockets now. Worth it, though. So worth it. Yes, I'm playing on Nintendo Switch 2. I have the actual Switch 2 edition as well, so this is not just maybe slightly upscaled or running a little bit better from running on Switch 2. It's the proper Switch 2 edition with all of the extra bells and whistles, which honestly I'm not really using most of the extra bells and whistles. Mostly I wanted the high resolution in handheld and docked mode and the mouse controls, even though I am really bad at the mouse controls, I've got to be honest. I think the problem is that my hand is relatively small and my joints sort of hurt if I try to use the mouse mode because the Joy-Con is really thin, so I have to hold my hand in a way that is very unnatural. I'm thinking of buying one of those attachments, or to be fair, my husband has a 3D printer, and I might actually just ask him if he can make me an attachment that's actually shaped like a mouse, so I can use it a little bit more comfortably. Yeah, I've got to say, for the Switch 2 edition, the graphics are definitely a heck of a lot sharper, which I appreciate as someone with pretty poor eyesight, actually. So it's really nice. Okay, how much? Ooh, 92,000 bells, dude! Now, that is, like, real money, TM. Okay, I'm going to leave some of these things in front of the Nooks. Yes, so if you have Animal Crossing for Nintendo Switch, you can literally just do... Basically, the Switch 2 plays every game that the Switch 1 plays. So if you already have a Switch 2, you just buy it... Sorry, if you have a Switch 1, you buy a Switch 2. When you set it up, you say you want to do a system transfer. It will guide you through doing the system transfer, and yeah, you can move your entire Animal Crossing island and everything on it onto the Nintendo Switch 2. And I played it because I bought the Switch 2 when it released in June, so I've been playing Animal Crossing on it for a solid 6 months before the update actually came out. It does run a little bit better, even without buying the upgrade. So the loading times are a little bit faster. I think the resolution as well, there was a free update, so the resolution in handheld mode is a little higher now as well, naturally. And it just runs a little bit better. But if you have Animal Crossing, just either a physical copy or a digital copy, it doesn't matter, and you get a Switch 2, if you want, you can then buy an upgrade that it was about £4.50. I'm in the UK, I think it's $5 if you're in the US. And that gives you some new features. So the game runs at like 4K upscaled on the TV, and you get a megaphone because the system has a microphone, so you can call your villagers and get their attention if they're nearby. You get 12 people in multiplayer instead of 8 because obviously the console can handle a little more. You get all of these extra things. I would argue the Switch 2 edition is not necessary, but it is nice, especially when it's so cheap for $5. I would probably say go for it if you're a big Animal Crossing fan and you just want the best experience you can get. But yeah, moral of the story is it's fully backwards compatible. So all of your Switch 1 games are going to work on Switch 2. There are a few exceptions, but that's more to do with the fact that the console's controllers are shaped a little differently. So I think like the ones that don't run are like the Nintendo Labo, because obviously the Switch 2 is bigger, so it's not gonna fit in the cardboard structures. And I think Ring Fit Adventure, which was that sports game with the Pilates ring, that one, you need old school Joy-Cons from the Switch 1 to play it, because obviously the new Joy-Con won't slot into the ring to play. But yeah, other than that, basically everything. Oh, you're gonna buy next month as a gift to yourself. Gifts to yourself are the best things. The Switch 2 was definitely a gift to myself when it came out. Although it was actually quite funny, the Switch 2 actually came out on the date of my husband and I's wedding anniversary. So it was almost... it was almost like, okay, so I'm buying myself a nice gift for our anniversary this year. I found that quite funny. Yeah, so that was a pretty cool day. I took the day off. The Switch 2 came like at lunchtime in the post. And I got to set it up and play it all afternoon. And then I got to pretty up and go on a fancy date. So that's what we do on our wedding anniversary. Oh, you don't like Switch games? Oh no, that's a pity, really? How come? I play across multiple platforms because I have a PC and I have a Switch and we also have a PlayStation that's half mine, half my husband's. But the Switch is definitely the console that I play the most. But then again, I was raised... No, technically I was raised with PlayStation because we had the PlayStation in the house 1 and 2 when I was growing up. But then I got a DS when I was 10 and I got completely hooked to the Nintendo games. So Animal Crossing... Bayonetta is cool, and yeah, I agree, Pokemon is really cool as well. Now, I have not seen a villager on this island yet. What are we getting? I see leopard spots. I don't know who he is, but he is not one of the right villagers. So, big no-no. There we go. Aha, so the Switch 2 is going to be a present to someone else then, I gather. Well, I am sure they're gonna love it, especially if they're Animal Crossing players. There's lots of new content that just dropped that you can play on both platforms, to be fair. But it does look nicer on Switch too. Yeah, I'm a big Pokemon fan as well, as this is my good luck charm that I'm using today. My big fluffy Clefairy Squishmallow. Okay, we're gonna fly. Let's go. I'm still playing through Pokemon Legends ZA, which I've got to say I quite enjoyed. I know that the opinions about the fact that it's set exclusively in a city are controversial. And I definitely would say that, for me, it scores a little bit lower than Pokemon Legends Arceus did, in terms of just how captivating I find it. But even though the city is not as fun as, you know, multiple natural environments like we had in Arceus, it is good to explore because I actually feel like there's things to find. In Arceus, outside of finding the Pokemon, there wasn't really that much that you could do. Yeah, I do agree that the Switch is expensive, but if you look at it, everything is expensive right now. Like, I remember I got the Switch 1 when it first released in 2017. And I had to scrimp and save for months because I was a student, I had a part-time job. So I traded in my old Wii and a bunch of my old games and things like that to get it. And now the Switch 2, it was easier for me to buy because now I have a full-time job by comparison. But if you look at just inflation and how much inflation has affected the price of things over the last 7-8 years since the Switch 1 released, the cost is actually fairly similar. Oh, she's cute! I've had her before in some of the older games. Yeah, I've got to say, for me, it was worth it. It was expensive because I still had to save for like 3 months in order to afford the Switch 2. But I'm enjoying it a lot. I had a lot of Switch 1 games as well. A lot of Switch 1 sort of backlog that I was working through. And the games I've played so far are really good. So I'm not a Metroid fan, I'm not a Kirby fan, so I haven't bought that many Switch 2 exclusives. But I've got Mario Kart World, which came with the console, and it's really fun. I've played it with my husband many, many times. It's our go-to game when we're just gaming together on the sofa. Donkey Kong Bonanza is so good. I'm not usually a Donkey Kong fan. I had tried and sort of bounced off of several Donkey Kong games, like the Donkey Kong Country, in the past. Loved Bonanza. I'm slowly working my way through it. I'm almost done with it. And then, in terms of exclusives, I think I played a few games that were available on both platforms, like Pokemon Legends ZA and Story Seasons Grand Bazaar. Animal Crossing now has an upgrade. But I think the ones that I'm really excited to, there's a lot of Square Enix stuff coming out if you're a fan of like really good JRPGs. Dear God, what is that? No, that is not coming on the island with me. The only way that is coming on the island with me is if it haunts me, which honestly it might, looking at it, because dear God, no. But yeah, the games I'm really excited for this year are going to be definitely several Square Enix titles. I'm a big RPG fan. And so tomorrow we're getting Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I haven't played even though we have a PlayStation, because I was hoping it was going to eventually come to a portable console, and I prefer long RPGs on a portable console just for the ease of it. Then in 2 weeks, there's Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. I love Dragon Quest VII on the 3DS. I'm so excited for that one. There's a rumor that the entire Kingdom Hearts trilogy, which is on Switch at the moment just via cloud gaming, which I won't touch with a barge pole, is coming out this year. It's like ready, just needs to be announced, and it's going to be released soon. On Switch 2 natively, which Kingdom Hearts was my childhood. It's one of the games that made me a gamer. So excited for that. There's Pokemon Pokopia, if you are into like Animal Crossing, Minecraft, Dragon Quest builders as well, because it's actually the Dragon Quest builders team that is making Pokopia, apparently. I'm really excited for that one. Fire Emblem. I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. Oh yeah, if you're still a student, I feel you, because I remember I was making about £300 a week, working evenings and weekends during my last year of university when the Switch 1 came out. I scrimped and saved for, I think it came out in March. I got that job in November. So I basically scrimped and saved since between November and March, and I still had to trade in my old Wii and a bunch of my old Wii and PlayStation 3 video games at my local game store to be able to afford buying the Switch and Breath of the Wild. If you have Animal Crossing and have never tried it, I would highly recommend it. Oh, she's cute. Oh, Deirdre. I know her name, Deirdre. I think I've had her on the island before. Not this island, my old island. But I am a big Animal Crossing fan. I would say if you've ever played... I'm trying to think what it's similar to. It's kind of similar to Stardew Valley in the sense that it's relaxing. It's similar to a farming game. Or if you ever played Farmville, or any sort of decoration relaxing game. Because basically the whole purpose is it runs on real time. So the seasons, the time of day, everything matches what's on basically the date and time on your Switch. You basically log in every day, you catch fish, catch bugs, talk to your islanders, make friends with them, give them gifts. There's inventory in the shops that changes every day, so you can buy cute outfits and you can buy furniture. There's what we're doing now, which is island hopping. So basically, one of my villagers moved out. It left behind an empty plot of land. There's hundreds of Animal Crossing villagers. If you leave it for a few days, it's going to just randomly assign a villager to it. But you can also, when you got this vacant plot, use these tickets to travel to islands again and again and again and try to find the character that you want. And since I'm decorating my island based on a theme, I'm doing like a fairy tale themed island. This is my second playthrough, by the way. I have a playthrough that I started on the day the game released in 2020 that I played for almost 2,000 hours over the last 6 years. And this is now a new playthrough that I'm doing since I got the Switch 2. But yeah, it's very fun if you fancy, like, you can dig up fossils and you can bring them to the museum to be assessed. And you can donate them to the museum to complete these really pretty exhibits. It's really, really nice. Aha, so your sister's gonna help you get it. Honestly, I think it's a really good console. I like it a lot. It's basically what I play 99% of my games on. The only reason why I also play games on PC is because I need a PC for work and to stream and stuff like that. If I didn't have a PC, I would do 100% of my game time on basically the Switch 2. Aside from like Genshin Impact. I play Genshin Impact as well, but that I could play on my phone if I didn't have another platform. So yeah, I really recommend it. There's lots of ports of really good games coming out as well if you're into mainstream stuff. So as I said, Final Fantasy is releasing tomorrow. Dragon Quest is releasing in a couple of weeks. If you're into old school, difficult JRPGs as well, there's Octopath Traveler. There's Octopath Traveler 0 that just released in December that I got as a Christmas present from my husband. And I love it so much because it's basically a beautiful pixel art RPG with a really nice story and some like town management and town building mechanics. That is really good. They're saying there's nothing concrete. This is all hearsay and rumors and stuff like that. But basically they're saying Red Dead Redemption 2 is gonna come at some point soon to the Switch 2. Elden Ring, we know that's coming. It was just delayed. They're saying Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, 3 is gonna come as like a package trilogy on the console soon. And what else are they saying is coming? There's rumors about Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which I haven't played yet specifically because I'm waiting for a portable version of it. So there's going to be lots and lots to play if you're interested. But my only word of caution would be games are always a luxury, they're never a need. So do not get into debt to buy a video game or a video game console because that's still gonna be there in a few more months' time if you need more time to get the money together. And yeah, basically, don't go. My word of caution is food and bills first. Do not go hungry in order to buy video games and video game consoles. And also do not get into debt to buy video games and video game consoles. Unless you can do something, I don't know what that's like in different countries. A thing I do in the UK here when I want to buy a new something electronic that's expensive, I usually get a 0% credit card and pay it off within that amount of time. So you can get like 0% interest for 12 months. So I split the payment into 12 smaller payments in order to maybe afford something a little bit better, or in order not to empty my savings account to do it. Oh yeah, if they want to play Animal Crossing and Pet Clinic, that is gonna be good. That is gonna be definitely a good console. And there's a lot of cozy games as well, so if they feel like they might want to branch out, there's Story of Seasons, which are really good games. They're about farming. There's a lot of really good indies as well. They're really cozy. So yeah, if the person you're buying it for is a cozy gamer, they're gonna love it. I do think that Nintendo has really created the perfect platform for... I don't want to say casual gamers, because I feel like a lot of people who are really into cozy games are really not casual about it, because they will sink hundreds and hundreds of hours in certain games, play them every day. That is not a casual gamer. But in terms of people who like slow-paced, relaxing games, it's perfect. Like, even just the fact that you can bring it into bed with you. You can snuggle up in any room in the house on your favorite snuggly spot, bring the console with you, and just spend a few hours relaxing, enjoying your favorite games, playing Animal Crossing in bed, under the covers. Absolutely fabulous, in my opinion. Absolutely fabulous. Let's go. And actually, if the person you're buying it for is into Animal Crossing, I'm not sure if they've ever played Pokemon or are interested in it, but they're releasing a game that's basically a hybrid between Animal Crossing, Minecraft, and Pokemon in March. That's called Pokopia. And it's literally just a Pokemon game developed by the people that made Dragon Quest Builders 2. And it looks like you do terraforming and crafting and decorating of an island as a Ditto that takes a human form. And you can befriend multiple Pokemon. It looks like there's dozens of them, actually. They are then going to be your villagers and live on the island and the towns that you make. So I am very, very excited for that one. Oh, Stardew 2. Yes, actually Stardew has just released a free update for Nintendo Switch 2 as well. So if the person likes Stardew Valley, they can just download their game onto the Switch 2 and get the upgrade, which is free. And I think that gives you better... I might be going off slightly on a limb here, because it's been ages since I played Stardew Valley and I got the free update, but I haven't played it. but if I'm not mistaken, better resolution, better performance in cases where you got those really crazy farms that have loads of things in them, and mouse controls as well, because the Switch 2, you can take the controller and flip it on its side and use it on a surface, and it basically acts as a mouse. And I think they implement that in Stardew Valley with the latest update, so that's really good. Another one they might like as well is Fantasy Life. Fantasy Life is called Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time. Very long title. I adore that game. And it's basically Animal Crossing with a story and a bit of an RPG mechanic. But it's really, really good. It came out last summer. I legit spent 200 hours in it. In the span of a few months. Honestly, too many hours were sunk in that game. I don't know what else I did this summer outside of playing Fantasy Life, because so many hours, so many hours. Yeah, I think it's a really, really good console for cozy gaming, so I totally 100% recommend it. It's also going to be future-proof, because, you know, right now, Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, you can play them on any Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch 2, it doesn't matter what hardware you've got, both of the consoles play it. But newer games, like Pokemon Pokopia, for example, that's coming out in a couple of months, that one is only coming on Switch 2. When they announce a new Animal Crossing, and they are going to announce a new Animal Crossing because it's such a popular series, people love it, they are 100% going to only release it on the Nintendo Switch 2. So when people ask, oh, should I get a Switch 1 or a Switch 2 right now? I would say, especially if you're interested in possibly playing the newer games as they come out, I would recommend the Switch 2. That's what my dad did, actually, because my dad is an avid Animal Crossing player. He has been playing since the GameCube. He skipped the ones on DS and 3DS because those screens were too small. His eyesight is pretty bad like mine, so he didn't play those. But he played the GameCube one, the Wii one, and now the Switch one. He was so into it. And his Nintendo Switch, after 3,000 hours, I'm not joking, 3,000 hours, that's how long he played it every day since it released in 2020, and he still plays it. His original Switch just died. Basically, something collapsed in the console, and the button to turn it on and off doesn't work anymore. And he went to try and get it replaced. And basically, getting it fixed would have cost like €200, because he's in Italy. So €200, way too much. He would like that was more than buying a new Switch 1. Then he went to look at maybe buying a new Switch 1, but that would have also cost around €300. So he ended up saying, okay, I'm gonna spend an extra €130, €140. I'm going to buy a Switch 2 to replace my dead Switch 1. And then when the next Animal Crossing comes out, I can also play it. Yes, it has parenting controls, I think they're called. So yeah, it absolutely has them. When you set up the console, you can set up the parenting controls. So I think you can... I'm not sure, because I've never installed parenting controls on my Switch, because I do not have children yet, so I've never had to. But I think there's also an app that you download on your phone to help, and you can basically see what the child is playing. You can put a pin on it. I think there's also a screen time limit, where basically the console goes in sleep mode and won't allow the kid to play unless the password is inserted for any longer. So basically, if you tell your kid, oh, you've got 1 hour of Switch time, screen time a day, after the hour is over, the console goes in sleep mode, and you need to either authorize it to play a little bit longer, which I think you can do in the app, or there might be like a pin you can enter to bypass it. So I highly recommend, if you're setting up parenting controls, do not let the child know what the pin is, because otherwise they'll be able to bypass it immediately. But yeah, it absolutely has parenting controls. I wonder, I've never thought about whether maybe Xbox and PlayStation actually have parenting controls as well. It makes sense that Nintendo consoles have them because it's very much a console that if you look at PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo, and you're getting a console for a child, I feel like 9 times out of 10 you go for Nintendo just because it's a lot more kid-friendly and family-friendly. But yeah, I actually have no idea if, like, PlayStation and Xbox have parenting controls because I've never looked into it. Okay. I've lost count of how many tickets we've used so far. It's been a while since I've seen a cutie, which is slightly concerning, but we've got another hour and a bit to go. So that should be okay. Let's see. Okay, my pockets are getting quite full. Okay, I already know that recipe. What? Why am I getting dupes? I am missing hundreds of DIYs. Why am I getting dupes? Petition for Nintendo to change the mechanics so we can't get dupe recipes until we've already gotten everything that there is to get. Excuse me, that is not good. Let's get these. Who is our villager? Hang on, is that Ione? Did I see Ione? No, that is not that is very much not Ione. Why did I think Ione? I guess I saw something blue and round and I thought squirrel. Like, yes, is it? No, not Ione. Sadly, not Ione. Oh, my poor heart. We are... Ooh, so we started with 39. We got 15 left. Ouch. Ouch. We are 24 tickets in. And nothing yet. Ouch. Owie, owie, owie. We're gonna do a couple more trips, then I'm gonna have to go empty my pockets again. Because we've got... Yeah, we don't have that much room left, so another trip, maybe 2. Want to fly. And want to use the Nook Mile ticket. So yeah, we're gonna try again. But ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. That is a lot of tickets. For not a lot of cuties. Okay, the caffeine has all been ingested. Now I'm switching to water. I was very busy with work today, so I know for a fact I did not drink as much as I should normally. Which is a big no-no because I get migraines and my migraines are not happy if I get dehydrated, even just slightly. So I usually have to drink a borderline ludicrous amount of water every day to keep my body happy. Okay, let's go. I do not see a villager. I see a campfire. Is that... Oh, she's a squirrel, but she's not the right squirrel. Our pilgrimage continues, friends. She's a squirrel, but she's not the blue squirrel we're looking for. We're gonna have to keep going. Ooh, bless you, you have eye hypertension. That is not very pleasant. I am so sorry. My mother-in-law has that a little bit as well. So, ooh, low sodium diet then. Honestly, I really hope of the many health issues that I'm predisposed to having crop up as I get older. I am hoping that is not one of them. I am Italian. Salt is life. I would struggle. I've got to say, I would struggle if I had to go low sodium anything, frankly. But I tend to have lower blood pressure, to be fair, connected to a few of my current health issues. So I've got the cracking combination, It's such a good combination. Chronic migraines, ADHD, lupus, which is an autoimmune disease, and I also have chronically low iron, which means that I'm not quite anemic, but I am always tired, and I have trouble sleeping, and I lose a lot of hair, and my nails break off really easily too. So sadly, that is a cracking combination to live with, which is why I have a job that allows me to work from home. I would struggle very much if I had to go into an office every single day. So instead, I work from home, go to the office once every few months for like team days and stuff. And otherwise, I can manage everything from home, which is great because it's very much a necessity for my particular health situation. It makes it so much easier to manage when I'm in pain. Ooh, yeah, that is high blood pressure. Oh, Dandy Ray, you came in here in chronic migraines. Preach! Yes! Another chronic migraine sufferer. We are all drawn to cozy games. I swear to God, like, if you look at the number of people who have chronic health issues or chronic pain, who are into cozy games and Animal Crossing, there's so many of us. There is literally so many of us. If you look at even, like, big creators that do cozy games, there's, like, Ione, who has, as well, chronic migraines, an autoimmune condition. It's not the same one as I have, but it's related. Miss Bubbles, as well, has chronic pain. Peyton's Corner has got chronic pain. There's a lot of chronic pain girlies that are really into cozy games. It's quite funny. We all just look for the cozy, simple life and adventure that we cannot usually have, I think, outside of our normal lives. Oh, hormonal migraines are the worst. I am so sorry. Mine are triggered by everything. So basically, my doctor thinks a lot of it is the fact that my iron has been chronically low for like 15 years. I'm 30. That means it's been low for half my life. But no doctor had ever flagged it as an issue. So the low iron gives me migraines very often. I also get hormonal ones as well because we are women. Our hormones fluctuate wildly throughout the month and give us issues. So that one is also very fun. No, why did I eat it? I need to drop it, not eat it. Drop it. I forgot that my pockets were full. Let's see, what are we getting? A leaf. Okay, I didn't have this one. Neat. But yeah, so my migraines are very much linked to both hormones and low iron. I also have a chronic autoimmune condition called lupus. SLE for short. That means I am always tired and a lot of my joints hurt, and I've got to be really careful with sun exposure, which is why I am this pale. I'm Italian. I should be olive-skinned and tan. No, I am pale. Yes, so I try to eat an iron-rich diet, and I also take supplements every day. I really struggled because a lot of the supplements were so heavy on my stomach. I was so unwell for a while last year because the doctor put me on these really heavy supplements that destroyed my digestive system. But yeah, so now I take lighter supplements with orange juice, which helps a ton. So apparently if you drink like a big glass of orange juice as you take your supplements and you take them on an empty stomach, like 2 hours after eating or 1 hour before eating, that helps a ton with absorption. So I didn't know that. I started doing that and I've seen a big improvement, and they do help with my migraines. I've gone from getting 3 or 4 a week to 1 or 2 a week. So they've basically halved, which is lovely because before it was very unsustainable in the long run. But yeah, it does help. It does help. Oh, heated plushies are the best. This one is not heated, but this is what I am cuddling while I'm streaming. I've got this Clefairy Squishmallow. Look at the tail. It's so cute. My brother-in-law got it for me for Christmas, and I really like it. It's so cuddly, and it helps because one of the parts of my body that hurts with my illness is my lower back. So if I sit straight, it's a lot healthier for me. I'm in a lot less pain. And I use it to like wedge it between my belly and the desk, so I stay upright. It helps. It helps a ton. Oh, Nayef, I do like anime, but I used to be a lot more into anime when I was younger. Now, the only animes I've watched recently, one is a really old one that I'm nostalgic about because it came out when I was a kid, which is Digimon. So I recently got a subscription to Crunchyroll because I found out that I can watch some of my childhood anime on it. And I've also recently gotten into Spy Family, which I tried because my cousin told me it was adorable. So my husband and I have slowly been working our way through the, I think, 3 seasons that are out right now, plus the movie. It's really cute. I am really, really enjoying it. So nice. Oh, you born with Hirschsprung, which affects the digestive system and the nerves. 22 surgery, girl. Girl, you are a heckin' warrior. 22 surgeries. You are awesome for dealing with that because that is a lot. That is a lot. I have a friend who has endometriosis and has had 6 surgeries to date, and I thought that was a lot. Ooh. But yeah, we're in that situation where you've got to baby your body. Just because you can think, oh, you know, I don't want to, it feels weird. When you start babying your body, you feel so much better. I've had to start babying my body a little bit because I've learned that certain things just don't agree with it. And babying my body actually allows me to do more when I don't. So I can't exercise every day, but by babying my body, most days I can exercise a couple times a week without feeling horrendous. And my migraines get better, my chronic pain gets better. So you've got to. You've got to. Oof, wow, so most of them when you were little, now it's just learning to live with it. But yeah, it's a lot, especially for a kid. That is a heck of a lot. 27 now, so you've been dealing with it basically your whole life. I'm 30, I was lucky at least. My migraines didn't start until I was about 8 years old. And my other health issues cropped up in my 20s. And Fauna again! We've seen her 3 times since yesterday. The game is trying to push her on us, but we can't. We can't, we can't. We are looking for some specific characters, and we are not giving up. So at least my health issues left me alone for most of my life. I've only been dealing with them for the last 6 or 7 years. But yeah, they are a lot. But eventually you learn. It's hard in the beginning, I think, because you feel like the adjustment is a lot. But once you learn how to deal with it better, because at the end, you know, that's your life. You get used to it, and you learn how to manage it better. Hey, Naya, 23. You're a baby, Naya. That is... Oh, I remember when I was 23. What was I doing when I was 23? That would have been 2018. So... Yeah, when I was 23, I had just graduated university. I had just started working full-time like 6 months earlier. And I had met and started to date the man that would become my husband. So we've now been together almost 9 years, married almost 4. So, yeah, not that much of a baby at 23. Because, yeah, at that point, usually, you know, you can, you know, you're independent at 23. You have a babe, girl. Girl. Then, yeah, you are more of an adult than I am, because I am 30 and I have no children yet. So, officially at 23, you're more of an adult than I am. One of the things, sadly, with some of these chronic health conditions and autoimmune stuff is that having children is very much a Russian roulette. You've got about a 50-50 chance of having no issues whatsoever or finishing a pregnancy with severe organ damage that you are gonna carry for the rest of your life. So I am I'm looking into adoption for children, basically, is what I'm gonna be doing, I think. Which is why I'm at the moment 30 and no kids yet. I'm still learning to live with my health issues, and once I've got, you know, I'm more confident, I've got more strength, I've got basically just more energy as well as I get things sorted, then is when I'm gonna start looking into it. But yeah, officially, you're adult here. Oh, sorry, a single dad. Way adultier than me then, friend. Not just a child, but a single parent. Kudos to you, friend. Kudos to you because, yeah, you're way adultier than the rest of us here. But I tend to joke that I feel like mentally I haven't changed all that much since I was about 20, 21. For basically the last decade, I've stayed very much the same in my interests and stuff. So, yeah, some days it doesn't feel like I should be allowed to be an adult and make, like, independent decisions on certain things. Like, you know, bills and keeping other people and pets alive, or investments, things like that. Because, you know, you get to a point where you've been working for a while, you start looking at pension funds and investment risk profiles and things. It's a very... Oh, no. I saw a squirrel tail and blue and I got really excited, but no, that is not Ione, is it? There's also a boy blue squirrel. Oh, I got so excited for a second. Yeah, I agree, Dandy. For me as well, basically what I was told is I've got a 30% chance of getting permanent, like, kidney or heart damage or something like that. So it's a bit too much for me to want to risk it. So I think hubby and I are going to be looking at adoption, which luckily seems to be a pretty straightforward thing here in the UK. So I know that, for example, in the States is really, really expensive and it can be really daunting just because I think the system is harsh, I think, in the US, in terms of how it treats the kids in the system as well. So it's a lot more complicated to adopt compared to here. Yeah, basically the big obstacle is time. You've got to do courses and get set up and approved. I think it takes like 12 to 18 months to do that. And then once you're sorted with that, you start getting matched with potential children. So yeah, I've been looking into that. Oh, your daughter is 6 years old. Is she the one that you're buying the Switch 2 for then? That is cute. 6 is such a good age. I don't have kids, but I've had little cousins. And I remember when my baby cousin, I was 15 or 16 when she hit, no, I was 19 when she hit like 5-6 years old. And that age was so fun. Because at that point, she was like her own little person. She had independent opinions. She was starting to read books and comic books and telling me all about them and what she thought about it. She started getting into video games and Pokemon and like doing all of these things. And I remember her being so fun around the time you hit that age. Also, at that age, they sleep through the night, so they are less the drunk little people that they are when they are toddlers, and more... they are a little bit more like actual people, basically. Ooh, who are you? Nah, you're not coming to the island with us, sorry. Sorry, you ain't coming. But yeah, I remember thinking when my little cousin was a toddler, she was very much like a little drunk person all the time. And then she got a little bit older, she was sleeping properly, she started going to school, and all of a sudden she was just this awesome person that, yeah, basically had opinions and tastes and ideas, and it was awesome. She's 18 this year, which is insane to me, because I remember when she was a baby and And I used to drag her around like she giggled like crazy when I dragged her around the house. She would lay on her back, sprawled with her arms out, and I'd grab her feet and drag her around the floor. That's still what I remember her as, but no, she's 18. Yeah, I agree. It's the same. Even I think in Europe it's a little bit easier. But yeah, I've heard in the States even getting pets is really difficult because it's like I've had a friend who was trying to adopt, and they said, "Oh, you have to work from home, otherwise we're not gonna let you adopt a dog because you can't leave the dog alone all day while you go to work." Like stuff like that, which is insane to me. When if there's a vulnerable creature that needs help, why? I understand putting in checks to make sure they go to good people in good environments, especially if you've got a traumatized child that needs extra care. But come on, putting in all of these roadblocks to me seems crazy. Especially the cost of adoption, I heard in the States, is insane. Which again, you've got a system that is full of children who need help, who need families. Putting such a massive economical roadblock in front of adoption, to me, is crazy. And sometimes I wonder, because there's not a lot of money in adoption in Europe. I know that there can be a lot of money involved in fostering in the States, so I wonder if that's... I mean, it's very cynical, isn't it? But just like prisons are a business in the States, it almost feels like fostering is also a business in the States. So they want to keep the money circulating. They want to keep kids in the system instead of adopting them out. I hope I am wrong. I hope it's just a cynical part of me speaking, but it's it is grim. My understanding is here in the UK, couple of grand and about 18 months worth of courses and home visits and getting approved. They look at everything, because they look at like your medical records. They want to speak to your family. You even have to disclose in the UK like previous significant relationships, which I mean, in my case, I don't think that would be applicable because I've been with my husband for 8 years, unless they want to try and track down my one ex-boyfriend who cheated on me when I was like 19. I'm hoping that it's gonna be like, yeah, nothing to declare. But yeah, here, outside of gathering a lot of information, so basically making sure that you're psychologically fit to be a parent, that you're not abusive, you don't have issues, because these are kids that are removed from the families. Yeah, that aside, it seems pretty straightforward. It's also very easy to adopt younger children, and even I think in the UK, children over 7, I don't think are adopted out unless it's like a special case, because basically they, at that point, if they've been in care for that long, they say they're just better off remaining in care, because fostering in the UK is actually very closely monitored and is very good compared to, yeah, places like the States, basically. Yeah, like sometimes I feel like some of it is just because it's so different from Europe. I was born and raised in Italy, and then I've been living in the UK for almost half my life. So Europe is all I've ever known. Highly regulated Europe. But yes, some of the things that I hear from the States are... they range from the scary to the there's no way that this conspiracy theory is not real, because this is just too bad. So yeah, sad to say, things that we hear in the news and in media about the States are not so great. Especially by our standards. Okay, hang on, I need to stretch and do a bit of posture check. My neck is starting to hurt. I've been sitting in the same position for a while. So hang on, let me readjust a little bit. I think I need to get a leg up on my chair. That's gonna help. There we go. Better, better. Oh yeah, okay, that hurts less. Very pleasant when my body hurts less. We never want it to hurt more. Dandy Ray. So yeah, you were also born in Europe, so Latvia, the Baltics, so you have a good idea of both sides. Yeah, that's the thing as well, because it's... If you've got alternatives... But that's the thing as well, in America, I think the alternatives are really expensive, aren't they? Because we don't do surrogacy here in basically most of Europe. Surrogacy is just not allowed. So I know that that's an option in the States, but that is, again, prohibitively expensive. And yeah, adoption as well is not easy, and it's not cheap either. So yeah, that's a difficult situation to be in, I absolutely agree. Oh, Naya, oh, that's so good that your parents are supportive and help you. That is so, so important. Oh, that must also be so nice then for your little girl to grow up with her grandparents so close. I only had one set of grandparents growing up because my dad's parents passed away before I was born, both of them. But I lived with basically most of my childhood. My grandparents lived on the floor above ours in an apartment building. So my grandma was never that interested in me, but my grandfather was awesome. I loved him so much. He's been gone 12 years now. But I loved growing up so near them, so I could spend lots of time with him. He was an engineer, and he taught me to tinker with electronics and stuff, and in hindsight, I married a mechanical engineer, now as an adult, who taught me to build computers and tinker with electronics as well. So that was kind of like a very formative experience for me. But yeah, it was so lovely growing up with my grandparents close, specifically my granddad. Yeah, my grandma, she was not that interested. I think she was the sort... She had 2 children because it was the expected thing, but she was never involved with them. I think my great-grandma is basically the one that raised my mum and my auntie. But no, my granddad was really involved. He loved being a grandpa, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, I love when that happens. There's not a lot... I feel like there's very much this thing where... I don't understand how some parents can completely turn their back on their children when their children need them. So situations like a single parent, or maybe some health issues, or even just someone coming out as LGBTQ. I do not understand, and that comes from the fact that most likely I have very loving parents that, you know, support me in my choices, my life decisions in general. But yeah, I do not understand how certain parents can turn their back on their children, and I am very, very happy when I hear stories of people saying, oh, my parents are really supportive, my parents are helping me raise my child, and so I can build a better life for us. That is, I love seeing that. And oh, your big sis is a doctor! Awesome! 26 and not married. Probably because she's a doctor. I have a few friends. I trained as a biomedical scientist before my health issues cropped up, so I ended up getting a job in academic publishing and working from home. But a lot of my friends from university who became biomedical scientists then moved on to medical school. They are all still unmarried because they are all now pushing 30 and still doing residency and specializations. So I am not surprised that you get to 26 and are not married yet when you're a doctor, because it's so much work. A friend of mine, we actually met when she was taking a gap year between, because a lot of people here in the UK, I know in the States it's different, but here often you get a degree in biomedical science or chemistry or biology or something related, and then you go on to medical school as like a postgraduate degree. And this friend of mine, I met her when I was finishing up university, working at a bookshop, and she was also working there during a gap year to make a bit of money to help pay for university fees. And she had a degree in chemistry and was then moving on to medicine. She is still studying 8 years later because she went to med school, became a doctor, but then she decided to specialize in pediatrics, and specifically she is basically becoming a pediatric cardiothoracic surgeon. So she operates on the hearts of children, basically, is what she's specializing in, saving kids' lives, which is awesome. But she barely has time to sleep, let alone actually looking for relationships at this stage. But yeah, it's a lot, medicine. It's a lot. Makes me very happy that I didn't go that route, because I think physically I would not have been able to deal with that. Just on a physical level with my health issues, I don't think I would have been able to do that. Teaching was also going to be something I was looking into, but again, physically cannot do it. Like, I cannot be on my feet 8 hours a day and work like 50-hour weeks planning lessons and stuff. Oh, Dan, I'm so sorry your adoptive parents were not supportive, but you married into an incredible big family with plenty of love to go around. I love that for you, girl. That sounds so lovely. That sounds so lovely. My in-laws are a little bit like that. Small family still, but I'm an only child, so anything with more than one child for me is like a big family, because my family is really tiny. I've got like 2 cousins, a couple of aunties, not a lot of people to go around, basically. But yeah, my husband, he has a sibling, and a very loving, larger-than-life mum that is very much Molly Weasley on steroids, I think, in terms of attitude. And he also has so many uncles and aunties and cousins. It's such a big... Like, when we got married, I had a puny number of family members at our wedding. Not because people didn't show up, I just had very little family. So most of my numbers were made up by friends. His were basically all made up by family. He has so much family. It is crazy. Oh, Zucker! He's cute! But no. We are gonna keep going. Now, I'm starting to get slightly concerned that we're almost 40 tickets in. And nothing. To be fair, I do have another 45 minutes. So we can keep going. We can absolutely keep going and hopefully find something. Hopefully. Ha, Naya, your sister's very bossy and she takes all the decisions in our family. Yeah, I feel like you need a very particular type of personality to become a doctor. Like, you've got to be tough and you've got to be decisive and you've got to like being in control. So I get that. I absolutely get that. Oh my god, Dandy, you gained a nephew, the sweetest little 5-year-old. All he wants to do when you visit is play with you. Oh my god, that is so cute. That is the one thing that's really missing in my extended family. No one has children. No one has children. Like, I don't have any siblings, and my husband has a brother who is not even in a relationship, so no nephews and nieces on that side. So, basically, I'm on friendly terms with, we live in like a new build area in a smallish UK town where we all moved in at the same time. We've got a bit of a village vibe going on. Everyone knows everyone. So I have a golden retriever that I take on walks, and all of the neighborhood's children know me and our dog and always stop to say hi and play with her when we take her on walks and stuff. So that's Pietro. No, I need an exorcism. Guys, that is Pietro. I need an exorcism. Leave, Pietro. Why are you here? We don't want you here. Why? No. Nuh-uh. I know there's a lot of players that love Pietro. I'm already not a fan of clowns on a good day. No. Not in my Animal Crossing. Nuh-uh. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nuh-uh. We are leaving this island, this cursed island. We are leaving as soon as we can. Like, immediately. We're running away. We don't want Pietro's bad energy following us around. We're going away. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Pietro. Bye-bye. Oh, then you have Ione. If she ever wants to move, you let me know. Ooh. To be fair, we're not just looking for Ione. Ione would be ideal because she's one of my faves. I've just realized she glows in the dark. She was a guest at my hotel the other day, it was evening, I was playing, and I realized she has glow-in-the-dark bits. I was like, oh my god, she's so cute. But we're actually looking for a bunch of different characters. Ione is just one of my absolute top faves that I really want. But I'm doing a fairy tale themed island. So right now I've got a few like final villagers moved in already. So we got Meringue the rhino on stream yesterday. We've got Chai the elephant, who is one of the Sanrio amiibo characters. We found Sasha on an island as well during like an island hopping round. So he's permanent as well. And we're gonna get Chulin from Scanning the Zelda amiibos as well soon. But yeah, so right now, Ione would be ideal, but I'm also looking for Judy the bear. I'm looking for either Fang or Dobby, the cranky wolves. Because basically I'm gonna build like a spooky forest and we're gonna have like the big bad wolf in the woods. I'm looking for either Quinn or Muffy the sheep as well. Because I need a gothy lady to put in the forest as well to be like the witch in the woods. And Sprinkle the penguin, because I'm planning to do like a food-themed area, a bakery area with Meringue and Chai and Sprinkle. And then either Julian the unicorn or Lionel the lion. Julian, because he's a unicorn fantasy-themed, he would be perfect to just stick anywhere on the island. And also Lionel, he looks like... he's got just vibes of the Beast from Beauty and the Beast before he transforms. So it's like, okay, he can be like the prince or the king. I'm sure I can find a place for him and make him like a really fancy house. So I am absolutely looking for like a bunch of them. And I'm hoping we can find one of them somewhere. But yeah, I've got another like almost 45 minutes to stream. So plenty of time to go, plenty of time to go. Oh, I've never seen the short films for Animal Crossing. I know that there was an anime that got a fan dub that is available on YouTube. Like, I think the anime was like from the early noughties and was only from Japan. And I saw that and I loved it, but I don't remember Pietro being in it. Maybe I missed, so maybe I've never seen them. I need to go look. Oh, Sherb again. I can't believe we got Sherb twice. Oh, he's so cute, but I can't. He's not on the list. He's not on the list. It was gonna be him or Sasha for the slot of the lazy villager, and we already found Sasha. So we can't. Sorry, Sherby. Sorry, buddy. We love you. I'm sorry. I have him on my other Animal Crossing island. I've had him for years, so it's fine. It's fine. But no, I can't. I'm gonna wait and find someone else. We're gonna find one of the dreamies. I can feel it in my bones. Absolutely feel it in my bones. Oh, Dandy Ray, if you want to try and drop the link in the chat, I think it should work. I know Twitch has some issues with dropping links in chat, but YouTube should be fine. We can try. And oh, nay, so I have been married for 3.5 years. It's gonna be 4 years in June. And my husband and I have been together for almost 10 years. So we actually got together when I was 22 and he was 24. And I personally really enjoy being married, but I lucked out. I lucked out big time because, like, basically I had 2 serious relationships as an adult. One between like age 18 and 21 that ended when my then boyfriend cheated on me with a colleague at his work. And then I had a very brief fling with basically he was like an Italian. I thought, oh, you know, Italian, it would be nice to maybe try and date someone who was raised in the same place that I am. We've got maybe very similar, you know, values, and we're raised in a very similar way. And no, he ended up being really weird and stalking me to the point that I had to have the police removing from my doorstep because one day he showed up and he would not leave and it was very scary. So let's say my previous relationship experiences were not great. And then a year after that, I met my husband and we actually met on a dating site. And we just, I was really lucky because we basically just clicked. I don't know why I opened that cupboard. I came to sell the fruit and to restock on tickets, so I have no idea why went for the cupboard. But yeah, so I personally love being married, but that's because I am with the right person. So he's basically like my best friend. I married him because I was happier with him than I was on my own, and I'm someone that's very happy on her own. Like, I like my own company. I am not the most social of people. I'm very introverted. Basically, stream is like my main outlet for social interaction. But yeah, so I personally absolutely love being married, but I was lucky because I am with the right person. I have basically all of my friends who are married have had issues, like a lot of issues in their marriages because they maybe got married young, they got married in a hurry. I have a friend who recently split from her husband after 10 years because he became violent, started hitting her and the children, and she had to leave. So being married just for the sake of being married is never a good thing, is all I can say, because I've seen friends and colleagues who got married because they wanted to be married. Would not recommend. Would not recommend. But if you find the right person, the person that makes you happy, that you want to spend all of your time with, who even years later you can talk with them about, you can tell them anything and you can trust them completely. They make you happy, they respect you, they are your partner in all of the right ways, then that is great. That is absolutely great. But again, I was lucky. My husband is my best friend calls him the unicorn. Because he is, honest to God, the sweetest, loveliest human being to ever walk the earth. Like, he's the sort of person, he sees me he knows me so well, I start to rub, like, the side of my head that usually hurts when a migraine starts. In 20 seconds, he's there with a glass of water and my meds. Or I'm on my period and I'm in pain, he puts on a hot water bottle for me and makes me my favorite tea and tucks me in with a blanket and brings me my Switch and takes the housework that I was gonna do that day off of my plate if I'm in pain, so I don't have to stress about it, and he takes care of it. Like, that sort of... I have a cat who is, I think, can I swear on YouTube? My cat is an arsehole. And I love him so much. I've had him for 8 years. That cat is my heckin' soulmate. I adore him and would commit war crimes for him. He is a butt, especially to my husband. He loves me and he's cute with me. He is a pest when it comes to my husband. He even loves the cat because the cat predates the husband. He's even a heckin' sweetheart to the cat that is the bane of his existence. So yeah, I was lucky. I was lucky because I found the best human being ever. Oh, thank you, Dandy Ray! I am so going to look that up today. They did a video on Isabel capturing what a background story could be like. Oh, so they're fan short movies. Oh my god, I've got to watch it. I've so got to watch it. Oh, yes, Dandy, right. When they ask you what you need and they do it with no hesitation. Also for me, when they realize, like, okay, something is not quite right. What do you need? We'll take care of it. Like, that sort of thing. It's spectacular. But yeah, Nay, I would honestly, you say dating apps are your biggest insecurities. I would personally try it. Because all of my happily matched friends met on dating apps. So, my husband and I met on a dating app 8 years ago. I made friends with my neighbor on the opposite side of the road from me. I want to say girl, with 30s, a woman my same age. And she met her partner, who is hilariously also Italian. She's Chinese. On a dating app 2 years ago. Now they live together. She's taken him to China to meet her parents. He's taken her to Italy to meet his parents. It's all very serious. They're very happy and very well matched. And I think that's the thing with dating apps is... Oh my god, that is an ugly villager. But yeah, I think the thing with dating apps is that the level of matching is fantastic. Simply because you know already going in... if you want the same thing. So when I got matched with my husband on a dating app, and we met on OkCupid, which I don't know if it still exists because I haven't needed it in almost 9 years. But when we met, you already know, outside of like seeing the photos, I could see that we had similar hobbies because we're both into gaming, into nerd culture, into the same TV shows and board games. You could see already what your partner's political orientation is, if they're religious and how important it is to them, if they are looking for a serious relationship, if they want to get married, if they want to have children. Like, you already get all of those massive deal breakers. Because, like, personally, I am an atheist. I could never be with someone who is extremely religious because I think we would just clash. On Sunday, I want to sleep in and make pastries and coffee from scratch and just enjoy a nice lazy day. I don't want to get up early to go to mass for 2 hours. I grew up in an extremely Catholic country that inculcated me with a very healthy distrust of religious institutions. So that would have never worked. Just like it would have never worked if I had met someone whose political views were very completely opposite to mine. So it's I found the app so nice in the fact that I already knew that we were compatible on that level. And I think that was so helpful. So I went in already knowing those basics about him, and we could just focus on, you know, chatting. And our first date was a coffee shop. And I was so bummed they closed that coffee shop during the pandemic. I loved it. It was right in the center of town. And they made the best hot chocolates. They also used to do a university student discount. So it was on my route because I had to change buses to get to university. I would get off the bus in the town center, grab that hot chocolate, and then either walk or grab another bus to university, depending on how bad the weather was. And I was so bummed they closed it during the pandemic. So our first date coffee spot no longer exists. I'm very sad about it still to this day. But yeah, it just left more space, I think, already knowing those basics about each other. And he's another villager that won't suit, so we're gonna go for someone else again. Yeah, I feel like it took a lot of the pressure off knowing already that we were so well matched. And absurdly, he was my first date off of the app to boot. So, like, literally, he had been on dating apps for a while and had not checked them in a hot minute. And basically, he went back on the app for the first time in like a year, the day after I made my profile. So he was basically one of my very first matches. And we started talking. I liked him so much that we talked for a couple of weeks, and then we had our first date. And I was just I clicked with him so well, even via text, that I did not want to message other people or go on dates with other people. I'm also very old-fashioned in the sense that it felt really weird, like, talking to him with the idea of maybe starting a relationship. And also doing the same thing with other people at the same time. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned in that. But, yeah, to me, the app was fantastic. And it was accurate because it said we had a 98% compatibility rate. And yeah, we had our first date in July 2017, and we have not been apart for more than 3 days since in a row. So, that is not what we want. What is that goat? No. No. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, but no. Oh, Dandy, you met your husband at a funeral wake memorial party through a big group of mutual friends. In Texas, you have Viking fests and festival clans. Oh, that sounds fantastic, though. That is a very old-fashioned way of meeting your significant other. I like it. I feel like most people nowadays, we all meet on apps. Because, and to be fair, I have a friend, my best friend, who got out of a pretty nasty emotionally abusive relationship that lasted way too many years, but finally she was out. She did a lot of therapy. She's now ready to date again, and she's struggling a little bit because what she said makes a lot of sense. Because she said she's like me, early 30s. She's like, okay, so you tend to not date within your group of friends because you are worried that if things go south, you ruin the friendship group. For the same reason, you don't date at work because it can cause a lot of problems if the relationship doesn't work out and you're dating a colleague, where you either end up in an extremely awkward situation or someone has to quit, depending on how badly it ends, that sort of thing. So what do? At this age, you don't really go to clubs to meet people anymore, because also I don't know if it's the same in other countries. Like in the UK, if you go clubbing, you're not looking for a permanent relationship. You're looking for like a one night of something, and it's... if you're not looking for that, that's, again, not like a viable option. So yeah, that basically leaves the apps, or being really lucky and meeting someone at a coffee shop or a bookshop, if either you are ballsy enough to go and ask the guy directly, because I feel like a lot of guys are also worried now that they could come across as creepy if they approach a woman unprompted in a coffee shop or a bookstore or something like that. So yeah, it's difficult. Basically, it leaves apps and weddings, pretty much. Ooh, Latvia has strong Baltic pagan roots, so it definitely feels nice to go a little old school. Ooh, that is cool. So have you been living away from Latvia for a long time? Because I left Italy when I was 17. So I've been gone almost 14 years. That is basically almost half my life I spent in the UK now. And sometimes I miss it. Mostly I miss the family and friends that I left behind. But in terms of culture, I've got to say I don't miss the culture itself all that much, just because there was a reason I moved away, a reason why I didn't fit in. And it's all very... You know, Italy, it's very Catholic, and it's very bigoted in general, and I'm, you know, not that great. So I miss the food, I miss the weather, I miss the people that I cared about that I left behind, but not much else, I've got to be honest. Hey, Nate, go cook, go cook. We'll still be here for another half an hour at least. Plenty of time. Oh, bless you, you tried the apps but had no luck on it. I've got my brother-in-law, for example. He's got the same issue where he's tried several apps and he's just struggling. But I guess it doesn't help. We all live in a university town. So it's one of the big university towns in the UK that I don't specify just because privacy and try not to dox myself. But, so basically, like, the dating market in our town is huge if you're, like, 18 to 25. After 25-year-old, it drops significantly and very, very starkly. So it's difficult. And my brother-in-law, he's 29, and he's struggling because here it's, yeah, it's basically a lot of very young people on the dating scene, which is why my husband and I met, 22 and 24, still university aged. But yeah, after like 25-ish, it steeply declines and it's then very difficult to find someone. So basically you need to go to London for dates in order to find someone after 30 if you live where I live, which is not too bad. London is only like a 45-minute train ride away, but still it's a bit much. It can be a bit much. Oh, you were adopted when you were 4 and came to the States for medical intervention, which saved your life. At Viking Fest, it feels close to home. I bet. Oh, that must be hard, because I guess I chose to leave. I was old enough to make a decision of leaving my country of birth behind. It's in your situation, yeah, I get why that is hard, girly. I get why that is hard. But your husband loves that about you. He's never been in Europe and even fell in love with learning about where you came from. Oh my god, you plan to visit? That is so cool. That is awesome. Oh, I hope when you go you have a beautiful, wonderful trip. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. I very much lucked out as well. My husband loves the fact that I'm Italian. Hilariously, somehow he was already learning Italian out of personal interest before he met me. So he already spoke a very, very little bit of it because Italian is an insane language. Like, all of our words are gendered. And you don't know what gender the word is until you've learned it. So elephant is masculine, but chair is feminine. The microphone is masculine, but the gaming console is feminine. And you've got to match the articles and the adjectives to the gender of the word. It's insane. Seeing that now I understand why in my country we study grammar for like the first 10 years of school. Hardcore, because Italian is insane. But yeah, he very much has leaned into... He knows a lot of Italian vocabulary now. He understands when I speak Italian with my family a lot as well. And he's also really leaned into the food. Like, this man had never had like fresh mozzarella or prosciutto or anything like that until he met me. Now he knows how to make pizza from scratch. We make it every week. He knows how to make traditional Italian pasta dishes. He's like really leaned into it. And yeah, very much an honorary Italian. I'm actually working on getting in citizenship as well. Because this year I'm getting my British citizenship because I've been here long enough. And once that is sorted, we're going to look at getting him Italian citizenship too. Just in case, so, because the UK is not part of the European Union anymore. We called it Brexit because Britain exited the European Union. So some things like travel, or if we ever, God forbid, the economy goes downhill and we need to move somewhere else in Europe, him having a European passport would really help, like moving our entire family if necessary. So yeah, we're going to be working on him getting his Italian citizenship as well, because I think you can get it pretty easily by marriage. So yeah, we're looking into that as well this year, so he can be a proper honorary Italian. And ooh, oh, I was about to say, ooh, ugly. Actually, he's ugly, like in a cute way. The character, not my husband. I might be not exactly impartial, but I think my husband is really cute. But yeah, no, the villager, not so much. But ugly in kind of like a cute way, so I'll take it. Like, if I was desperate, I'd take him on the island, but we've got another 20-something minutes. So it could be worse. We've got time. We've got time to hopefully find someone cute. We are burning through tickets at an alarming rate. Good thing I've got so many. Oh, you still have family and friends that live there. Oh, that is great. So you get to see them too. Oh, so Latvian is easier. So if it's A at the end, it's feminine. If it says it's masculine. Nice! See, in Italian, the problem is that in Italian, it's difficult. Like, usually, if a word ends in O, is masculine singular, I is masculine plural, A is feminine singular, and E is feminine plural. But dog, cane, which ends in E, is actually a masculine singular word. So it's not a rule. There's a lot of exceptions. So you can't always tell what the gender of the word is just from reading it. You've got to kind of like know. And it's, yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain. Oh, thank you, girl. That's so sweet. To be fair, it should be easy. Luckily, in the UK, I moved here before the UK left, or I guess, yeah, the United Kingdom left Europe, the European Union. So I already had all my ducks in a row and all my documents, and I had like a permanent leave to remain. But there's a very right-wing party in the UK that is gaining traction, and even though we have a leftist government at the moment, they are giving some leeway to this particular right-wing party to try and keep people from wanting to vote for them, because I feel like it would be disaster if they actually came into power. But yeah, just in case, a lot of European friends and colleagues, because basically I work in an environment where 90% of us are not British by birth. We're all getting our citizenship at the same time, because we're all a bit nervous. But I got all my documents in Christmas Eve, actually. And basically, I don't have any like criminal convictions or anything like that, so it should be really easy for me to get citizenship. So at least there's no reason why they should deny it. So the fact that I've been here almost 15 years, I am married to a British man, I've been working here, I've been gainfully employed literally since 2 weeks after I left university and finished my course. So yeah, hopefully that should be pretty easy. And my mum is getting citizenship at the same time as well, because we all moved here at the same time. As an only child, they would never let me. I said, okay, bye mum and dad, I'm gonna be done with school, I'm gonna go study in the UK, I'm planning to stay there. Horrified parents, and since the economy in Italy had been going downhill for years, we all just moved. And yeah, so my mum is taking citizenship as well. My dad soon as well, but my dad sort of lives half in Italy, half here. So slightly harder for him, because he's been out of the country a heck of a lot longer compared to myself and my mum. Ah, the O's and plurals and singulars all feel like trying to learn math again. Yes. And funny thing, because I always ask this to people whose first language was not English. I guess it's different. Sorry, not difficult for you, because you probably did. If you came to the States at 4, so you probably did all of your schooling in English. But I've noticed, because I knew English, but I studied like math specifically in Italian for the entirety of my mathematics education. Basically, I cannot do math in English. So I have to think in Italian about the numbers in Italian, or I can't do maths. Like times tables and things like that. Can't do them if I think in English, I have to think in Italian. It's really, really weird. Still nothing. Yeah, we want to use the Nook Miles ticket. Time for takeoff. I am slightly concerned that we got like 15 minutes left. 20 at a push. And there is no character yet. English math sucks. Yeah, I was never very good at mathematics either. I had a decent grade in Italy just because I cared about my grades and I put in a frankly insane amount of effort just to scrape by in maths. Ah, cute, but again, not what we're looking for. But yeah, I actually ended up, because I didn't really need maths much here, because in the UK you sort of narrow down which subjects you study the last 2 years of high school. So I basically graduated with English literature and French language and literature and biology and Italian as a really cheeky extra as well, because obviously first language, I could get it really easily. But then I went on to study biomedical sciences at university, which meant I had to use maths. So 2 modules were very mathematics based in my university. I think it was second year, and it was 2 modules of biochemistry. I still have nightmares about biochemistry, and it was very, very maths heavy. Now, I was good at science, so all other modules, I usually got averages of about 80 to 90%. You had to scrape, so in order to pass, you had to have, I think, a 41. Just bare minimum pass. I passed the biochemistry modules with 41 and 43 points, respectively. Averaging 85s and 90s in everything else. So we still joke that I basically almost didn't graduate because of the biochemistry modules, and luckily, because I passed them, I had no issue whatsoever, and I still graduated with high marks because I passed it. But yeah, that could have ended my university career very, very much. Oh, that is so cool that you're making an effort to relearn the Latvian now. I am finding, personally, I have lost a lot of my Italian. So I've started watching a lot of, I found a few YouTubers that I really enjoy that talk about gaming or books in Italian. And I've started following them and listening. I specifically look for people that are very well spoken, because I've realized I've lost a lot of my vocabulary. because I speak English basically 24 hours a day. Like, I'll speak to my parents for a half hour a day, and we speak in Italian. But then with my husband, I speak English. At work, I speak English. When I stream, I speak English. I dream and think and read exclusively in English. So, yeah, I've had to start. I'm also planning to start reading some books in Italian as well. Though I need to find Italian authors that I enjoy, because I have realized now I hate translations. If the original author is English, I spot all of the translation mistakes when it's translated to Italian, and I hate it. So, yeah, I think I need to find Italian authors that I like and start reading again, because, yeah, I'm losing a lot. Ah, counting in Latvian always feels like a flex. Yes! I genuinely still have nightmares about specifically maths. So, sometimes, because we do 5 years of high school in Italy. I did the first 3 in Italy, and the final 2 here in the UK. So I think there's something in my subconscious about having never finished my schooling in Italy, like having never graduated in Italy, that it's sort of, okay, like it's something unfinished. I will literally have nightmares where at the ripe old age of 30, so I'm aware of the fact that I am 30 and I am a married adult who has a degree and a full-time job and has been out of education for the better part of a decade. I find myself back in school in Italy with my old classmates being told that I never finished high school, so I have to finish high school there. But it's been 13 years, 14 years since I've been in an Italian school. So I don't know the program, and they expect me to like know where they're at in history and mathematics and all the other subjects that I didn't continue studying here. It's wild. It's genuinely wild. And it's a recurring nightmare. Like, I'll have this a few times a year. And it's always, my maths professor was really scary. She was a really severe, really scary lady. And I still have dreams about, like, I'm in a classroom, in her classroom, with my classmates going like, we're doing physics, we're starting physics today. What do you mean you don't know physics? We've been doing this since last year. Like, I wasn't here last year, miss. I've been in England for the last 15 years. It's so weird. It is genuinely so weird. But yeah, so it must be like my brain must be sticking on it as something that is unfinished, because it's a recurring thing, which you gotta love it. Okay, we are like 50 tickets in and nothing, and I'm starting to get a little bit concerned. At this point, it doesn't even need to be Ione. It could be Judy, it could be Julian, it could be Lionel, it could be Fang. It could be any of the other villagers that we need. Oh, it's Chevra! No, I can't. I can't! I love Chevra, though. Oh, that is so hard. That is so... No. I mean, okay. We left behind Fauna and Sherb and Audi. We can leave behind Chevra. Hopefully she is the harbinger of better things to come. Hopefully, surely, right? But at this point, I'm just gonna keep going. All I have to do at 6:30, I might take a quick break so I can pop to the toilet and order food, because I'm having dinner with my mum tonight. My husband's visiting his parents. So as long as I have food coming here at around 7, I am good. I let my dog out to do her business before I started the stream, so she's good until 7. So I might keep going until 7 if need be. I might just take a quick break to order food on Deliveroo or something. But yeah, we need to keep going. So we had 70 tickets. We got 19 tickets of the 70 that we had left. So we are at 51 tickets used today. And still no Judy, no Ione, no Fang, no Dobie, no Sprinkle. So yeah, we have to juice up some luck, guys. Please manifest the cuties for me. I'm gonna need assistance. Come on, I'm gonna have to really squish. I've got my big squishmallow. I need to squish the squishmallow to try and juice up the luck. We want some celestial-themed villagers, pretty please. That is not a celestial-themed villager. Oh, see, I went in overconfident. This is like the third... I was hoping the last 2 villager hunts were really successful. We found Sasha in 20 tickets last week. And yesterday we found Meringue in like 20 or 30. No, 30. Sasha in 20, Meringue in 30. So I was like, oh, come on. I've got plenty of time to stream today. Surely we are gonna find the cutie in no time whatsoever. No, we're not finding the dreamies. And that's the thing. I do not want to get a character that is just a, oh, that's not the one I wanted, but that's fine. I'm just gonna wait for them to move out thing. Because then that means they're stuck there for at least another 2 weeks before they try to move. And that's an occupied spot that could go to someone that I really want on the island. So, yeah. Thank you for the magic dreamy dust. I know, that's why I do villager hunts on stream. Because I get bored and tired after the first like 15 tickets or so. But if I'm on stream, there is chat, I'm just talking to people and getting distracted. It stays fun, so I keep doing it. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, Sprinkle. Come on, Judy. Come on, Ione. Come on, Lionel. Come on, Julian. Or who else? Come on, Fang. And come on, Dobie. Come on, Muffy. Or come on, Quinn. You're all good. Come on. There's so many options that would suit us. And yet, they won't come. Zaka again. See, as well, I feel bad because I'm rejecting some villages that are dreamies for a lot of people. We had to reject Sherb twice. We had to reject Odi. This is the second time that we get Zaka. So, we are having to reject, like, objective dreamies for a lot of the community. I can't believe that we have to reject the dreamies as well, but they're just not dreamies for this island. I can't. I just can't. Yeah, I wonder, like, are the characters that I want really that rare? Seems nuts to me. Okay, okay, okay. We can do this. We can do this. We need to stay strong. Surely, in the next... What's the stack on? Let's see. Come on, in the next 7... We might have to take a quick break before the 7 from island, not from the game, but from island hopping, because I think I'm gonna have to go empty my pockets soon. Use Nook Miles ticket. Yes, time for takeoff. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We can do it. We can do it. I'm hoping a dreamy comes up soon, because I am starting to flag. I have decent stream stamina, but we are going on 2.5 hours. That is a long time for me to stream uninterrupted. Especially since I took a long break from streaming last year while I was sorting out some of my health issues. And oh, him again. It's like the 3rd time we get him. But nope. There is a lion on my ideal villagers list, but not that lion. So nope. So I'm still building my streaming stamina back up because I used to go quite hardcore. I think I was streaming 3 or 4 times a week for 2 to 3 hours at a time before I got diagnosed with lupus. And then I took meds that messed me up so badly for about a year. Like neurological side effects that lasted for months and months and months. So I had to take a big break from streaming last year. Basically 0 streaming or video making for like 9 months. And I'm recently starting to slowly get into it. So this might be the longest stream I've done since I started streaming again, which is huge. I'm really hoping we can get a dreamy soon. because I am starting to flag. I don't think I can go any longer than another 15 or 20 minutes. The only one you have left to find is Jay. He's impossible to find. And Judy. What? Which one is Jay? I cannot picture the character. Like with the name Jay. Is he like one of the birds? Nook Miles ticket. And yeah, Judy. I feel like everyone wants Judy and Judy just never crops up. I actually found her on a... She has been on my OG Animal Crossing island since like 2020. I randomly found her on a one-off. I was like, oh, I have an empty plot and I've got like 5 Nook Miles tickets. I'm gonna use them. Found her on the 5th ticket. And she's been on my island ever since. Little blue bird jock. Oh my god, you know, I might have seen him today in the 50-something tickets we've done. I think I've had a little blue jock bird. So I might have had him. I might have actually had him. Oops. But yeah, it's difficult because I figured if you just go long enough, the villagers would not repeat themselves. But no, actually, you can get repeats. Because we got, I think today, 2 or 3 faunas. We got Sherb twice, which is insane that we got Sherb twice. We got Audi. No, hang on, we didn't get Audi twice. I got Audi yesterday and one today. We got, I think, Elvis the Lion 3 or 4 times. So you can get repeats. I was hoping you would just cycle through them. So eventually you're bound to find who you want. But no, that's not how it works. So we have to just hope and juice it up. We also have never seen, I think there's a few other robots, like no Shino, no Raymond. There's a lot of like very sought after villagers that we have not found. No Marshall. Come on, let's try again. We want to fly, fly, fly like a bird. Nook Miles ticket. Yes. All packed up, tools at the ready. Let's go. Come on. Come on, let's juice it up. We want Judy. We want Ione. We want Sprinkle. We want Fang. And we want Lionel. And we want Julian. And we want Muffy. And we want Quinn. Come on. Please be one of them. Please be one of them. Please be one of them. That is not... What is that? No! No, no, that is not what we asked for. Excuse me. Oh, that is not on. I am sorry, but that is not on. That is not even remotely adjacent to what we asked for. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh, nuh-uh, nuh-uh. That won't fly. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That won't fly. Oh, yes, Dandy Ray. Hydrate, girl. Hydrate. Like, that's why I've got this massive Stanley Cup that I fill with water twice a day. It's always near me, so I can keep drinking, because otherwise I just do not drink. And then I get horrible migraines and all of that stuff. I also have to stay hydrated, because with lupus, you've got to keep your kidneys working nicely. So you got to keep drinking loads. And yeah, I have ADHD as well. I don't drink unless I am so heckin' thirsty that I'm feeling ill. So what I do is I've got this massive cup. It's always within hand's reach. And because of that, I can actually, you know, I can actually drink as often as much as I need to. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, Nook Miles ticket. Take off. Come on. Come on. Come on. I think we've hit 60 tickets, so we're very close to hitting 60 tickets. So let's get someone. Let's get someone. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Judy, or Ione, or Quinn, or Muffy. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I am squishing the Clefairy pillow. Very squishing of the Clefairy pillow to try and get some luck. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Please. Oh, she's cute, but she's not. She's blue. But she's not Ione blue. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Not the right character, but we're getting there. What are we on? Oh god, 13 left. We started with 70 tickets. We got 13 left. So we're 57. 57 tickets done today, guys, and nothing yet. We can do it. We can do it. I believe that I need to start, like, manifesting. I believe we're gonna find a cute villager in the next 13 tickets. I'm ready to go home. Yes. So I'm gonna go empty my pockets at Nook's. So I'm going to sell the fruit. Then we're jumping back in. At this point, I'm gonna be pushing for the other 13 tickets. Like, hang on. I'm going to order dinner. Because otherwise, I am not gonna eat tonight. So let me order dinner while we go and sell things at Nook's. I'm trying to remember the name. There's a new sushi place that opened in our town that is really nice and really, really reasonably priced. So let's see. Yes, I am ordering myself dinner. I am ordering myself dinner and getting something tasty. Maybe some chicken gyoza and some sushi, yes. It's, you know, it's fairly healthy as far as takeout goes, sushi. Oh, Dandy Rape mac and cheese bowl, yum! I had leftover fried rice today for lunch. And yeah, I'm thinking sushi for tonight. It's one of those things my mum really likes as well. She is like me as well, a few health issues here and there, so she needs to eat very nutritious stuff. No, they're all sold out of sushi, really? Dang, that's a pity. So what am I gonna eat if they're all out of the sushi? That'd be slightly more difficult to find something. And I can't have curry because my stomach has been a wreck because of the iron supplements lately. I'm gonna have to think about it. Because what I planned to eat for dinner is not available. So I need to think about an alternative of some sort. So let's go here. Let's sell. Want to sell. We've got so much fruit. Only one round of apples this time, so this is not gonna be as I mean, still 58,000. Okay, that could be so much worse. But I made like not quite 500,000, but I think we're going on 500,000 bells. Like 200 and something thousand. Just over the last 2 times. So yeah, we're probably between the 300,000 and 400,000 bells made right now. Gonna drop. Fossils. Okay, come on, 13 tickets. So we've used 57 tickets so far. And still nothing. But I am not losing hope. I believe that we can get this. I believe that we can get this. We're using Nook Miles tickets. Now, after this one, I'm gonna have to take a break for a couple of minutes because A, I need to use the bathroom because I've been streaming for almost 3 hours straight without a break and my body cannot take it. And B, I need to text my mother and ask her what she wants to eat tonight because we're planning to order sushi and it's all sold out from the restaurant we like to order from on Deliveroo. So we need a change of plans. We need an alternative plan of some sort. And I need to ask her instead of just going rogue and ordering something else. What is that? Cute squirrel? Cute squirrel? Who's squirrel? Oh, she's cute! Silvana! Oh, she's cute, but... We came so far. We did not come so far just to settle, right? We came so far so we can do better. 54 tickets in. We can do more. We can do more. I believe that we can do more. So I am not giving up. Nuh-uh, I am not giving up. I'm gonna keep going. But I've spotted a fossil, so I'm gonna grab it. Spotted a fossil, so I'm gonna grab it. No fossil left behind. Even though this is a new island, because I've only been playing it for about a month, I'm doing really good on the fossil side. I think I'm only missing like 15 to complete the entire fossil exhibit in the museum. So I'm a little bit obsessed now. Every time I see a fossil, it's like, fossil, immediate, must have. So I can try and take it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be back in a sec because I do really desperately to pee. So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna put on a cute screen for my BRB. Like, I know, right? How do they run out of sushi? That is, frankly, I find that offensive. Like, it's a personal affront to my person and my beliefs. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. I'm just gonna put you on my really cute being right back screen. I'll use the bathroom. Be back in a sec. Okay, I am back. Thank you so much for the patience, guys. I have ordered from a different sushi place. So I have managed to find the perfect thing anyway. So I got myself like a small set of salmon, cucumber, and like, you know, your traditional sushi, just salmon, rice, cucumber. Little bit of, they're not nigiri. It's, I always forget the name of some of the rolls. But, yeah, found some of that. Found some hoisin duck bao buns. And a salmon poke bowl for my mother, who is very much health conscious at the moment because getting older, health problems, you learn that nutrition is fundamental. So I still found dinner, and that is coming in 20 to 40 minutes. So that means I've got a little bit longer to continue doing this, and hopefully the sushi is gonna bring us some luck. The fact that food is coming. Okay, Clefairy is in place. We are ready. We are ready and willing to accept cute villagers right now. So, pretty pleased with the cherry on top. Can we get someone cute? Because we're almost 60 tickets in, and I am so tired. Nope. That's the angry red octopus, isn't he? You know what, guys? We've gotten to the point in the hunt where I'm not going to be picking up the fruit anymore at all. I am just gonna run around looking for the recipe, and if there is no recipe in a bottle, we are going to try and just make things a little bit more straightforward. So we're ready to go home. Let's go. Okay, I am pumped and positive. Pumped and positive. That's the way to go. That's the way to go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We are going on 60 tickets now. This is the 60th ticket. We want to fly. Come on, 60th ticket. We want to use the Nook Mile ticket. Come on, 60th ticket of the day. That's a very good thing. I got 1,000 of them. Readjusting the chair again. There we go. Leg on the chair. Proper ADHD posture on the chair. There we go. We've got it. We've got it. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, yeah. Legs crossed on the chair. Best thing ever. Although I think I might need to change my desk chair at some point, because I think the... Oh, it's cute. Wait, is that Jay? Is that the one you want, Dandy Ray? No, that is Robin. Okay, so maybe I didn't get Jay. We got Robin a couple of times. We got Robin a couple of times, but he's not the right one. So we're just gonna run around real quick. See if we get any recipes in a bottle. What a stingy island. You know, if it doesn't have the villager we're looking for, at least it could have the decency, I tell you, of having a recipe in a bottle that we could use. But no! I'm disappointed. I'm not angry, just disappointed, Animal Crossing. Let's see if this works. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed that the characters we want are not cropping up. Just disappointed, really. You wanna fly? Okay, ticket number 61. Let's go. I think these 10 is all the tickets I'm gonna do today. Like, I can't do more than another 10. Because that's already gonna take me another, like, 15 minutes. I have reached my limit. I've been streaming since 4. It's been 2 hours and 3/4. Come on. Almost 3 hours of streaming. Don't we deserve a reward? Both myself and... Oh, what is that? That is not a reward! That is a... I don't even know what that is. That's a protection order waiting to happen. What the hell is that? Nuh-uh. No, 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 no. We're gonna leave quickly just in case that thing decides to follow us back home. No, 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 no. We're ready to go home. Thank you very much. What do you mean my rider is already heading? What? I got the speediest Deliveroo driver in the history of time that is already heading to the restaurant to pick up the food? That is pretty impressive, though, I've got to say. Pretty impressive. Okay, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We are at ticket number 62. Wanna fly? Yes, Nook Mile ticket. Time for takeoff. Yeah, I'm gonna do these 10. So technically 9 left now. 8 after the one that we're using. If I can't find a dreamy in these 10, I'm gonna go. Hope it doesn't get auto-filled, so I can try and do some more hunting tomorrow. Okay, apples. Bodes well. Bodes well. It's a bountiful island. Can it be bountiful with cute characters too? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? I mean, she's cute. She's a crane. Technically, cranes are part of, you know, Asian folklore and mythology, which is fairy tale adjacent. But no, come on, we got this far. And I already had that recipe. Really? Not the right character and the recipe we already have. The island is mocking us at this point. Come on. It's mocking us. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I feel like we can do this. I feel like we definitely can do this. I've got a good feeling. It's been ages since we got a real cutie, so I feel like we're due one. We're definitely due one. Okay, we want to fly. I'll take it. 8 tickets to go. So this is going to be ticket number 52. No, sorry, 62. 62. We had 70. 62. Ooh. Let's go see who be living here. Stop. I mean, he's cute. But again, he is not who we are looking for. We're going again. Lasai. Okay. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. I feel like we can do this. I believe that we can do this. Come on. I need to keep believing. If I start losing hope, that's when we don't get the villagers we want. Come on. Come on. Manifesting. Manifesting Judy. Manifesting Ione. Manifesting Bang. 7 tickets left. Manifesting Sprinkle. Manifesting Muffy. Manifesting Quinn. Come on. Come on. There's so many characters. There's so many characters. So many characters. You know, Dandere, you are right. I think the problem is if I wait for after midnight and then time travel back, I think that counts as a different day. But if I time travel back tonight to like 1 in the morning of this same day, leave it like that, tomorrow the plot won't have autofilled because technically it won't be the next day. Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Who are you? Who are you? You're not the right one. No. Nope, he looks angry to boot. Why does he look angry? We are the ones that should be angry. It's been 3 hours and we haven't found anyone. I mean, technically we found Sherb twice. Maybe we should have taken it as a sign and taken Sherb. But at this point, I ain't giving up. I just ain't giving up. We can do it. I believe that we can do it. But yeah, I might have to use some time manipulation just to make sure that the plot doesn't get autofilled. Because I know usually you get 2 days. So you get the first day that it's empty, and then you usually get another day. But I've had plots auto-filled the second day anyway. So I don't know if it's like a random thing. I mean, it would be hilarious if it auto-filled and it auto-filled with like Ione or someone. But knowing my luck, it's gonna auto-fill with like Pietro or Diva or someone like that, and it's... no. We already have Roswell the Croc. I cannot take any more of that energy on top of Roswell the Croc. Oh, someone gave you Goldie! You Python went back to that morning till your friend was ready. Oh, that's brilliant. Goldie is also one of my faves. I was super lucky in my OG Animal Crossing Island, so the one on Switch 1 that I played since release, because I did a very cheeky thing. When I got my Switch 2, I got it on release because basically gaming and reading are my main hobbies. And I know that I'm gonna use a Switch 2 because I'm a huge fan of Nintendo games. So I bought one release day. Oh, I mean, he's a wolf, but he is not the wolf we're looking for. So, sad, but no. Okay, so I transferred my OG island to my Switch 2 when I first got it, played it a little bit, but it's an island that I played for almost 2,000 hours for like 5.5 years. Fully decorated, museum complete, basically everything indexed, like nothing really to do. So I played it a little bit, not much. Then my husband got a Switch 2 because he wanted to play Pokemon and Final Fantasy and a few other things that are coming out. So he got one like last month. And he said, oh, do you maybe want my old Switch to do another Animal Crossing island or something? Because I don't plan to sell it because I don't like to sell my old tech. So you can keep it if you want. So I nicked his old Switch. I used the island transfer tool to put my old island on that old Switch. And then created a new one on my Switch too, so I can still travel between those islands to get things like tickets and money and stuff. But yeah, so I had Goldie on my OG island, and she was actually one of the original 3 characters that move in, like the ones that are locked to certain personalities. Okay, the rider has picked up my order, so I am now not only on a race against time, I am on a race against a dude on a bike because I need to be done streaming by the time he knocks on my door with my dinner. That is interesting. So bottom line, all of that to say, I absolutely adore Goldie. She's been on my island since basically day 1 on New Horizons. And I was so lucky I found her as one of the 3 original villagers, the ones that inhabit the plots that you have to place down and furnish for Tom Nook. One of those. I was so happy. She's been there ever since. I've never let her leave. But I love Goldie. Oh, so Goldie is basically to you what Maple is to me. Because I started playing on the GameCube. Technically, I started playing on the DS. Wild World. Then we got a GameCube because my dad really wanted to play Animal Crossing, but he just couldn't deal with the DS. So we got a used GameCube and a copy of Animal Crossing, and he loved that. But yeah, so I had Maple on Wild World, and I legit cried because I was like 12 when one day she moved away from my island. And then she came back in City Folk on the Wii, and then she came back in New Leaf. And then one day she showed up in New Horizons. So for me, Maple is the one that's been like in every game. I love her so much. I am very lucky she hasn't cropped up yet on the islands because I don't think I would be able to turn Maple down. If we found Maple, I would say even if she doesn't fit the... I mean, technically the 3 little bears, so she could fit the aesthetic. But yeah, if we find Maple, word of warning, even though she's not on the list, I'm keeping her. I am not turning Maple down. Ever, ever, ever. She is my bestie, she is my fave, she is my ride or die girly. I am never... Oh, she's cute, but not what we're looking for. Oh god, guys, 3 tickets left! Okay, my rider has another order to deliver on the way, so I've got a few extra minutes. Come on, these just 3 tickets. That's gonna be a full 3 hours of streaming. And 70 tickets, please. I need to find someone decent for the island. I beg of you. We want to fly. 3 tickets left. Come on, tickets. 58. No, 68. 69 and 70. It would be hilarious if it came out on 69. I've got to be honest. That sort of juvenile humor, I still dig it. So that wouldn't mind if it came at 69. Come on. We are at 68, 69 and 70. It's the last 3 tickets. Please, Ione. Please, Judy. Please, Sprinkle. At this point, please, Maple. Please, anyone adorable. That's the thing, they need to be adorable. I don't want uggos on my island. No! Lyman just moved out of my island last week. I can't take him back. I let him move. I can't take him back. I refuse to. Ready to go home. We should have taken Sherb when we got the chance. We should have taken Sherb when we got the chance, but come on. Come on. Also, Dandy Ray, thank you so much for still being here after 3 hours while we look for this. Last 2 tickets. Come on. Ticket 69. Is it for the meme? For the meme. Are we doing this? Are we gonna find one of the dreamies on ticket 69? Are we going to? Are we actually? Because that would be hilarious. I wouldn't say no. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Really, girly? That is so sweet. Sometimes I come up and stream, and sometimes I stream for half an hour to 0 people, or I go and stream to even just like 1 person a lot of the time. And sometimes I feel a little demoralized because I think like maybe I am not engaging, maybe I'm not fun to watch, the content is not that great. And then you come out and say something like that, and you say like, I'm your favorite AC streamer. Like, girl, you have no idea how lovely it is to hear you say something like that. You're so sweet. Us chronically ill girlies need to stick together. And no, still not. Nah! One ticket left. Let me see. Do I have... Okay. No delivery yet. He's still delivering another order before mine. So we can do the final ticket. It's gonna be the final ticket. It's ticket number 70, this one. That we're gonna use ticket number 70, and that's gonna be the last one. That's gonna be the last one because honestly, 3 hours of streaming after 8 hours of working, I am just about ready to zonk. Let's go. Ticket number 70. Last ticket of the day. Come on. I am squishing the Clefairy to try and get all the luck. Come on. Come on. Surely. I mean, we could have exhausted all of our goodwill from the game by finding Sasha and Meringue almost back to back. Like 20 tickets apart. Over 2 separate days. But come on. Come on. Come on, Judy. Come on, Ione. Come on, anyone cute, please? Come on, anyone cute, please? Where is it? Where is it? No, it's Bam. No, I can't. I don't like him. I cannot take him. I do not like him at all, at all, at all. No, I can't. I can't. I can't. I just can't. I'm sorry. I have principles, okay? I have principles. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. And I cannot. I refuse to. No. 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 And no. And no. We are going home. I'm going back and throwing in one last ticket. I'm going back and throwing in one last ticket. I refuse to end on Bam. It has to end somehow, somewhere better. Come on. Come on, it has to. I refuse to accept that as the closing of today's stream. Please, let's end on a better note. I'm getting one more ticket. I'm getting one more ticket. Nuh-uh. I mean, watch it end on an even worse note. We're gonna get like Pietro or Diva or Rocket. Or so, is Rocket the gorilla dressed like a pink Power Ranger? I think. Like, no, come on. Just one more. One more ticket. One more ticket because it cannot end like this. It cannot end like this. I am channeling all of the luck I had that one time that I was doing a villager hunt and I got Judy on the just one more ticket. Like almost 6 years ago. On my sofa. Before I even knew what streaming was or cared about watching or trying to become a streamer. Nah. Just one more. Just one. And I know I sound like an addict, but just one more. It's not actual gambling if there is no money involved. So it works. Oh god, which is Naomi? I am scared because the name is familiar and I can vaguely recall it being associated to an ugly villager, and now I am scared to remember which one Naomi is. Come on. This is the last one. This is officially the last one. Hopefully we'll end on a better note than Bam, because then I've got to go. It's 7. My dog needs to eat. My dinner will be here in a few minutes. So after this, I need to go. But come. No! Of all the kangaroos! Why the evil-looking red-eyed one? Why? No. Okay, guys. It's not gonna happen today. It's not gonna happen today. I have to stop, otherwise I will keep going. I can hear my dog complaining from downstairs because it is indeed 3 minutes past her dinner time, which means she is starving and just wasting away with every second that ticks. Yes, she's that dramatic. But, okay, this was fun. This was slightly frustrating, but so much fun. So thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me. This was a really long stream. So I really appreciate you staying for any length of time, let alone such a long stretch of time. If you enjoyed my content, please do drop me a like. If you're not subscribed, do hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. I am trying to make YouTube basically my second job / gig, so it would be really fun if I could grow a little bit. I really appreciate it. And I am hopefully going to stream again either tomorrow or Friday. That's very much dependent on my work schedule. I will try. But I hope you all have a fantastic evening or day, depending on your time zone. I hope you have a great day ahead. And I'll see you soon at some point during a next stream. Thank you so much again. TheCaffeinatedCozyGamer out. See you soon!